Can y'all hear me? Y'all should be able to hear me now. No, can't hear me. Okay. Wait a minute. I heard something. All right. Wait a minute. It's on a delay, so I can't tell if y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, say something. Okay. Facebook got sound now. Okay. Well, I'm glad I didn't go too far. What's up, everybody? For those of you who are new here, welcome. I gotta turn this down because this delay is killing me. I'll turn it down. There we go. I'm sorry, the delay was killing me. All right, Instagram said they can hear me too. Okay, so what's up, everybody? For those of you who are new here, my name is Markia. I'm known as the Money Plug here on social media. I am a accredited financial counselor through the FCPE, and I'm also a board certified credit score consultant and credit repair specialist. If you are new to my platform, my whole shtick is that I teach people how to not only think differently about their finances and kind of heal that internal trauma that we have when dealing with money, but also, of course, building your credit, right? I love that y'all like getting money and all this stuff, but money ain't nothing if you don't have the credit to match it. So that's pretty much what we're all about here. It's been a while since we went live. Last time I went live, it was because drama. Today we celebrating. I promise. I promise we celebrating. Um, so, for those of you who aren't aware or don't follow me on everything, I hit 10K on Instagram. Woohoo, I can move this out the way because that's not where the sound is coming from. I hit 10K on Instagram and I'm super, super excited. Um, One, I'm kind of excited that like 10,000 people was like, you know what, I'm up with her. I'm gonna go ahead and follow her. Like that in and of itself was like, okay. But so definitely thank you guys. Thank each and every one of y'all. Like each and every one of y'all. I literally very, very literally could not have done it. I can't follow myself 10,000 times. So thank you. But also, it's also kind of like a signal to me that it's time to kind of step it up a notch, right? Y'all been following me for a while now. For those of you who've been around from the very beginning when it was just TikTok at first, like, all right, we've been at this for a while now, and now it's time to kind of hit some milestones and kind of really. I have some really really cool things planned for 2024 and kind of beyond that. 2023 was a big year foundationally. 2023 was a huge year foundationally. All right, we got TikTok in the crew now, but really 2024 is kind of when we take it to the next level. And I'm super excited for all the stuff that we got going on. But first, right, to celebrate going 10K, like the deal was y'all got me to 10K and I would do a free credit building webinar. So that's planned for tomorrow. If you haven't registered already, if you're on Instagram, you can go to my last post and comment credit, and it will send you the link to register for the credit webinar directly to your DMs. If you're on Facebook or YouTube or anything else like that, um, it should be in the description. If it's not linked in the description, you can comment. You can, matter of fact, I'll put it in the comments now so that y'all can see it. But so tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Pacific, we're gonna be doing the free credit building webinar, and we're going over everything. Like I'm gonna get as much as I can out to y'all. Like we're talking about what is credit, how is your credit score calculated, what hurts your credit, what helps your credit. If you're not looking to get a bunch of credit cards, what can you then add to your credit profile to really help boost your score? We're gonna be talking about everything. Hey, TikTok. We're gonna be talking about everything so that like by the time the new year rolls around, like y'all legitimately, if you follow me, you're not gonna have no excuses. No excuses to why your finances still look like shit or why you're not like taking the proper steps to make sure you're like doing the thing, right? I'm trying to give y'all everything that you need before the new year so that all y'all with like new houses and new cars and all that stuff on your vision boards, y'all rock out, right? Y'all shouldn't need nothing else. Um, but first, because I hit 10K, I have a lot of new followers. So a lot of y'all don't even understand like what a financial counselor does or what a financial counselor is. And I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. As a financial counselor, my job is not to tell you what to do. I think it's really, really, really important that we kind of start off there. Hey, TikTok, I'm gonna move y'all over here a little bit. I was trying not to have y'all in the camera too much. There we go. So yeah, but as a financial counselor, my job is not to tell you what to do. My job is to introduce you to all of the options available to you, and then based on getting to know you and all that other stuff. We come up with a plan that best suits you. So it's not me talking at you, it's me talking with you. We are a team. So and that goes for even when I'm just posting on social media. Y'all know that all the content is free. I give y'all everything that I got for y'all. So when I'm posting on social media and doing these videos and stuff for y'all, it's not me telling y'all what to do. It's me giving y'all all the stars. It's me telling you everything. All right, you want to do this? These are all the consequences of that action. That way, when you do make a decision, you are making an informed decision. That way, when you do make a decision, you're not doing it blindly, right? For example, when we talked about the CPNs, y'all know I've been talking about CPNs for years and how they're illegal. So I've been warning y'all about CPNs for years. But even when I warn y'all, all I say is people are illegal and we all know it. I don't care what y'all do in your personal time, because that be y'all in the comment section saying you got one. I don't care what y'all do in your personal time. Just stop lying to people and telling them that it's legal, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just going to tell you what's going to happen if you do it. That's my role. My role as your financial counselor is to get you closer to whatever you identify your goals to be. That sometimes mean, changing your mindset. That sometimes means setting up budgets. That sometimes mean connecting you with a financial advisor who can guide you on investments if that's one of your goals. Like that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. So I try to post a variety of content. I think I do a good job as far as the variety of content that I am posting, but I'm not. Let me know. I'm into my own horn, so if I'm wrong, please correct me. But I try to post a variety of content so that no matter what video you're watching, you're getting something out of it, even if it's just entertainment. Um, but I think that was one of the biggest questions that I got recently because for those of you who have been following me for a while, you'll know that my AFC designation is new-ish, right? I've had it for a couple of months now, but I've been working on it since January. So, I'm excited. Um, Hello, can you tell me where you got your business cards made? I met you in a convention in Florida. Oh my God, that was last year. Oh my God, yeah. So for those of y'all who have never met me in person, these are my business cards. Yes, these are actual PVC plastic debit cards. And with the raised letters. I ended up going non. This is my second iteration of these cards. I ended up doing all zeros because I've had some very important people give me a phone call and tell me that they tried to use my card to purchase items. So I decided to do all zeros for this iteration. But it's pretty cool, right? It's got all my information on it. The bag tells you what I do, how to get in contact with me, all that sort of stuff. It says that I provide socially sensitive, comprehensive financial counseling services, educational resources, tools, and classes that are easily acceptable to meet the unique needs of Black and other underserved communities. I designed these all by myself, and I'm gonna put y'all on game. The girl who made my cards, there is a business on Instagram. Her name is Shayna Made, SHAYNA MADE. So SHAYN as in Nancy, AMADE. She does an amazing job, and she does way more than just this. She does a ton of different things. Like she can bring whatever idea you have to life. So, you know, I answered your question about my business cards, but I know I talked to a lot of people about these, especially lately. I've been passing them out everywhere. So, but yeah, So we talked about what a financial counselor is. I'm sorry, TikTok is like in the way. So I want to talk about the webinar for tomorrow, right? So tomorrow is going to be a lot of information. If you are not already registered for the webinar, the TikTok, this might be your first time hearing about it because I didn't make a post about it because I be real with y'all, TikTok wasn't my focus this year. Like 2024, it's not really my focus. Um, but if you guys want to join the webinar, the link is on my Instagram. So if you go to my TikTok page or click on my profile or whatever, and you click on the Instagram button, the very last post I made, if you click on credit, it will DM you the link to register straight to your inbox. So you register and you're good to go. If you cannot attend the event live, the only way to catch the replay is to register for the event. This event is not going to be live on YouTube. It's not going to be live on TikTok. It's not going to be live on Instagram. The only way to watch it live, right? And the only way to get the replay after is going to be if you register for this event. So please, please, please do yourself a service. Even if you like, I don't got time for this shit. I don't even know when I'm gonna be able to watch it. I would rather you register, not attend, and you have the replay in your inbox for when you do need it, as opposed to you not doing nothing and you missing. Hi, mommy. As opposed to you not having it when you do need it. And send it to your friends. Send it to everybody. Like we trying to max out this firm. I'm trying to, if I need to, you know what I'm saying, upgrade my thing to include more people, I will. Like I want to have as many people in this webinar as possible because it's probably one of the last free webinars you will get out of me. Or at least as in depth as I'm planning on being in this webinar. Probably last week when y'all gonna get out me for a while. Because like I said, we got a lot going on in 2024. So definitely, 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 if you have not registered already, please register. If you are on my email list, if you have subscribed to my emails, check your email. I sent the email out earlier, and another email will go out tomorrow morning reminding you guys to register if you have not already. If you are not subscribed to my emails on TikTok, you just click the link in my bio. Instagram, you can click the link in my bio. Facebook, you can go to themoneyplug.co. And YouTube, you should be able to go to themoneyplug.co to go ahead and sign up for my email list. Um, Now, another, first of all, again, more people get on here. The whole point of me doing the live, the whole point of me getting on live front really is to thank you guys. To thank y'all for getting me to 10K on Instagram. That is a huge accomplishment for me, especially because I'm not your typical content creator, right? Like I'm not posting skits. I don't show my body. I'm not twerking. I'm not doing all the things that most people find entertaining. I'm having conversations about money. For a lot of people, these are very triggering conversations. For a lot of people, these are very uninteresting, boring conversations. So for me to get 10,000 followers, having these conversations with y'all and stuff like that, I'm just super, super, super like appreciative, thankful, grateful, like anything you can think of. That's me right now. Like, so definitely, definitely, definitely thank you guys for that. And that's why y'all get in the webinar tomorrow. The deal was if they got me to 10K, I would do a free credit building webinar before the new year. So we listen, I put this thing together quick. And veterans and veteran proud of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now I got another announcement for y'all. Oh, I got another announcement for y'all. So some of you may have seen me talk about it previously. I don't make a whole bunch of posts about it. Usually you'll catch it in the caption or on my story. But I've been putting together a community for you guys called the Dallas Society. I love Facebook. Facebook, my Facebook group has been amazing. I answer questions. I try to be as easy as possible. But not everybody got Facebook. And I was feeling really bad expecting people to make a Facebook profile just to join my group. Because like, who the fuck do I think I am? First of all, why would somebody make a Facebook just to get in my Facebook group? So I was trying to find a more inclusive way to include everybody in these conversations, right? I want to give, the opportunity to connect with me in that way. Everybody, not just people with specific social media platforms. So we will be opening the so we will be opening a new community on Mighty Networks called the Dollars and Cents Society. I know y'all can't see my cool banners and stuff on TikTok. It look real good on Instagram and stuff. So but if you want to sign up to join the waitlist for the Dollars and Cents Society, all you got to do is click the link in my bio. On Instagram, there's a link for you to sign up, as well as on Facebook. If you go to themoneyplug.co, which is my website, um, you'll be able to like there's a link that's like, hey, join the waitlist for the da, 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 when you go up to my like what the services and stuff is. So I'm super, super excited. Like I'm working really, really hard. There's gonna be a free side that's just a little choppy on Instagram audio. Hold on, a little choppy. Um, I hate the quality. Why did I just call you Dustin? I feel so disrespectful. That's probably because I was reading that. Tell me if it's better on Instagram after this. Because I changed which microphone is picking me up. But I'm really, really excited for y'all. So there's gonna be like the free side, which is gonna be exactly like the Facebook group. Is gonna be super interactive. We're gonna have, lives and stuff for you guys to join. We're gonna be doing giveaways. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff in the group, but there'll also be a members only side where they'll be able to get more out of me, more access to me and things like that. So I'm super, super excited for you guys to check it out. If you want to join it, you can join the wait list now. Like I said, we're going to be doing like a beta test. So the people that are on the wait list, we're going to be selecting a few of you to kind of get in early. And everybody who attends the webinar tomorrow will get a link to register for the Dollars and Cents Society. And everybody that attends everybody who attends the webinar live tomorrow will get early access to the Facebook group. Everybody who attends live tomorrow will get early access to the Facebook group. And you will only get early access if you are live. Now, access won't be up until like January 1st, but it's going to be some super cool stuff in there for you to do. We're going to have a vision board party. Oh, he said way better now. All right, cool. Thank you. We're gonna have a vision board parties, like to get everybody started on the new year. Like we doing savings challenges. I'm bringing in investment professionals throughout the year next year. Of course, Rakim Sabri's coming back so we can talk about financial trauma. And some of my favorite content creators who I follow here on social media. Flip them a couple dollars for them to come in the group and come holler at you guys. So I'm super excited for all of the stuff that we got coming for the community. And I'm really, really excited for what's going to come out of the work, right? We're doing a lot of stuff with some nonprofit organizations next year. We're doing a lot of stuff with schools next year. Um, and for those of you who don't know, I'm going back to college next year. Well, not back because I ain't never been, but I'm going to college next year. I'm officially a full-time student. So I'm going to be doing a lot of volunteering in my local community and doing a lot of stuff there through the school. So I'm super excited about all the stuff that's coming for 2024 for sure. Just don't miss the train, baby. Don't miss the train. You gotta mark it with some brand colors. So blue. Oh, that was so bold of me. Blue, black, white, and they are all important colors for me. My mom said she's proud of me. No, I'm not going to an HBCU because the Army don't want to pay for that, and that's like legit. Like that's legit. They don't want to pay for that. So no, I'm not going to an HBCU. But when I get rich or whatever, and I decide to go back for my master's, I'll go. I'll go to an HBCU. Then I actually got my eye on Morgan State specifically. Ready to go for. I seen in your comment on one of your posts that I can use a 1099-C to discharge bills. No, the hell you. Look at y'all getting started early. No, you cannot. Matter of fact, yeah, everybody drop your questions. Listen, if you guys got any money questions, if you guys got any credit, this is the time to go ahead and post them in the comments. I really came on here just to remind y'all to register for the webinar tomorrow. So we can kick it for a little bit. I got time. Instagram only gonna let me stay live for an hour, and we've been live already for about 17 minutes. So let's go. Yes, I'm streaming on Instagram. Ain't it so cool, Anthony? So like after this, we can chat. So I can tell you like if you ain't already did it yet. But I did it through StreamYard. Right. Tell me I never said yet. Consumer law is a scam. Consumer law is not a scam, but you a scammer. So the thing about scams, let's talk about it for a second, right? So the thing about scams is the reason scams are so successful is that they are based in fact. Is there a document that exists that is called a 1099-C with the title of cancellation debt, right? Like cancellation of debt. Absolutely, that document exists. However, where they start to manipulate the narrative is that they are telling people that if you lose your straw man, or if you it's a whole process of how to become a sovereign person or sovereign. They say you can't be a sovereign and a citizen, whatever you are calling it. I don't mean to mispronoun you. I don't even know what the accepted terminology is. So I apologize, and I don't want to offend you. But they say that you undergo this process to become a sovereign person, a sovereign entity, and that will then you will fill this document out, and it will pay off your debt. That is a fucking lie. It is a fucking falsehood. Not only is there already federal precedent that exists, that I'm talking all the way up to like Supreme Court in some states. Like there are multiple cases of people who have tried to use this as a valid defense or to like initiate. They'll file like UCC claims against like police officers and judges and people who work at the courthouse and stuff like that. And all of that shit is cool. And it's a huge waste of your time. And they're like, and that's all it is. It's not going to absolve you of the debt. That document is a tax document. What the 1099-C is actually for is it's supposed to transfer the like the taxes that are owed on that debt to you, right? So let's say I owe Capital One and I don't pay Capital One. And they like, you know what, girl, we forgive it. Like at this point, we really feel like we not gonna get this debt. Like, fuck this. And so they like, you know what? Listen, I'm not gonna get this money, so I'm not gonna pay taxes on it. You know who about to pay taxes on it? You. And they'll fill out this in 99C and they will send it to the IRS. Now, this is like an unwritten rule. It's not a law, but typically you will only see a 1099-C when your debt is completely forgiven. So like if you do a settlement and you settle, let's say you owe $4,000 and they like, all right, just give me 3,000. If they forgive anything greater than like $600, congratulations, you're gonna get a 1099-C and you're gonna have to pay taxes on the money that they forgave you, right? Because they don't want to pay more than you're going to pay them. Like they got to make a profit. They're a business. It's not necessarily canceling the fact that the debt exists. It cancels their tax obligation on the debt. That is what a 1099-C is for, right? So you cannot erase your own debt. Period. There is no caveat. There is no but. None of that. If it is a valid debt and they can prove it is a valid debt, congratulations, you're stuck with it. I don't know what you want me to say to you. I truly don't know what you want me to say. I don't know. Like, what was you thinking? There are consequences to action, especially in financial. So I really need y'all to understand that there is no easy way out of this. There's no easy way out of it, but you can get out of it. Somebody said, I can tell y'all what school I'm going to because you're not gonna know where I live at. These are my nails. Shout out to my tag. I absolutely adore her. I just found her recently. Her name on Instagram is Nails by Lapana. And I be tagging her and all the stuff when I be doing my nails. I made a post. There's a post on my page, like a photo of my nails, and I was showing off my Giving Keys necklaces. Shout out to Giving Keys. If you've never heard of it, it's amazing. It was amazing. It's an amazing business such organization. I guess you could say, but, and I tagged her in it. So if you're in Cali, if you're in SoCal and you're looking for a nail tech, hit my girl up because she don't miss. Like she don't miss. Ever. Am I taking bankruptcy clients right now? Yes, I'm always taking clients. So I guess let's talk about that for a second, right? So that kind of goes back to the conversation of like, what the fuck is a financial? So my services have changed a lot over the two. I think I've been taking clients for about 2 3 years now, and it's changed a lot. What it looks like now is I'm providing financial counseling services to people, and what that means is I'm not. So for those of you who come to me like I want credit repair, let me explain something to you. I'm not sending out no letters anymore. If you are not already currently a credit repair client of mine, unfortunately you missed the train because I'm not doing that shit no more. You know why I'm not doing it no more? Because so many people would throw money at me thinking that would solve the problem, and y'all wasn't doing check-ins, y'all wasn't communicating, you wouldn't upload documents, or you came to me thinking that it was like, um, if I say I don't want it on my credit no more, that's just what's supposed to happen. I would literally spend hours in these calls with clients and I'm talking to them and teaching them, and they weren't retaining any of the information because they didn't have a mindset. Like they just thought that they could throw money at the issue and that would solve it. And that's not how fixing your finances work, right? There's no you putting a band-aid on a bullet wound every time you go to hire a new credit repair specialist every 6 to 9 months when you see something shiny that you want to buy. You get what I'm saying? So I got tired of that happening, which was one of the kind of things that motivated me to get my AFC, which is my accredited financial counselor certification. And now that I have that, the services that I offer is financial counseling. Now, part of that financial counseling is credit counseling. And what that means is you and I sit down and have a conversation, right? We sit down and have a conversation, and I get to know you, not just you that you like show on social media or that you tell your friends. I get to know the real. I know people better than their spouses know them at this point. I'm talking, what are your dreams? What are your goals? Like, like what do you like to do? What do you not like to do? How do you learn? Like, I'm getting to know you so that we can create a specific program that is tailored to your needs and what you've identified as this is what I need to be considered financially successful. That's the goal, right? The goal is by the time you're done with me, bro, you shouldn't need nobody else. If you really putting in work like you promised me you putting in work, because let me tell you, I only take people who are serious. If you putting in work like you really putting in work, you will never need to see another person like you again. There's so much value in that on the one-on-one interactions because it's a consistent thing every month we meeting. Now, if you got that credit and we doing credit counseling, and I've identified like these are your problem areas. These are the things that you need to fix. I will give you the letters to send. I will email that shit to you and be like, go for it. And then when you get your responses and we meet again and we talk I'm gonna tell you exactly what to tell people. But I am no longer just sending letters for people. When I took away that responsibility from y'all, right? Because I was like, oh, I want to be a convenience, right? I want to help my clients. Like they don't got time. When you don't have time for that, you don't have time to change your mindset. When you don't got time to change your mindset, you're gonna keep doing the same stupid ass shit that led you to my shit in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So now that I'm requiring you all to take a more active role in the process, not only is it filtering out a lot of people that's gonna waste my time, right? It's also you're gonna want it more, right? You're gonna really work for it. You're gonna do whatever the fuck it is you gotta do to get to that point because you've already identified she ain't the shit. She gonna hold me accountable. She not gonna play with me because her time is valuable. It's just a full-time job, full-time 9 to 5. I got 5 kids. I'm a college student now. I got responsibilities. I'm in a business, like multiple businesses. I do not have time to waste. So the reason why the kind of my program has evolved the way as it has is because I'm tired of my time being wasted. There's so many people who can't afford my knowledge. I would rather spend my time making social media videos for them than to have people throw money at me and think that's just like the fucking solution to everything. So that's what it looks like. So if you are interested in financial counseling services, you can always click the links in any of my bios to get to my website. My website is www.themoneyplug.co. So like, you know, if that's what you're interested in. You got a lot going on because I'm so passionate about it. Like I tell people all the time, the money plug started off as a hobby. I was bored. I was living in Germany at the time, and like I didn't have nothing to do, and I had all this information. This was the height of the pandemic, so there was nobody around, and I started on Clubhouse. I'll never forget. I had my son December 9th. I got my first Clubhouse invite like December 17th, and I jumped on Clubhouse and never looked back. I never looked back. Like I was already in classes, like to do stuff. I was taking a tax class, a credit repair class, and some more stuff. And then the deeper I got into it, the more I was just like, yeah, like this is it. And then one New Year's Eve, I got drunk and posted on TikTok and was like, I'm gonna post 365 days of credit tips. And then I woke up the next day and hella people were like, oh, I'm locked in with you, sis. And I was like, oh shit, no, I really gotta do it. Like, oh my God, oh my God. Like, we're not fucking videos for that. And it's kind of evolved from there. I went from that to, I was on the news last week. I just had a Go Banking Rates article go live that's syndicated on like AOL and a whole bunch of other shit. Like literally, if you Google Markia Brown, the money dominate the entire first page. Like your girl has been working. Do you hear me? I've been in the New York Times. I've been Money Geek, Nerd Wallet. I'm in Investopedia. Um, I'm everywhere, bro. Like I've been working. Not only, and it's not, I'll be honest with you, it's not even for y'all. Like I would lie and be like, oh, I've been working for y'all. No, it wasn't. I was doing it for myself and I was doing it for everybody who told me that my story didn't matter. I do not have a perfect financial story. I have a really shitty story. I was in an abusive relationship and he was financially abusive as well as physically and verbally. And then from there, when I left with no fucking plan and 2 kids. I had no clue what I was doing. So it was like I learned all these things, and all I kept saying was, "Listen, you know how you make promises with God, you be negotiating and shit." And I was like, "Listen, bro, you get me out of this shit. I swear to God, I make sure don't nobody end up like that." So when I got out, I was obligated. I felt like I had to do something. And then when I got out of the military, and I didn't have that additional duty anymore, it's like, shit. Well, how am I gonna help people now? And now I finally kind of found my stride. I'm getting all the certifications. Like now, I'm a college student. I'm gonna be getting my bachelor's in econ. Like 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 it started from all I had was a little certificate that said I graduated a credit repair course. And now I'm an accredited financial counselor. I'm a certified financial education instructor. I'm a board certified credit score consultant, board certified credit repair specialist. You know what I'm saying? Like it's deeper than just I'm gonna teach you how to boost your credit. It's more so like I want to change how everybody deal with their finances. I want people to see that your story doesn't have to be perfect to make a difference. I want people to know that having these conversations like about money and posting your story and telling the things right online, you can literally change somebody's life. So much shit that I just said on here, and I'm just thinking everybody know it, and people DM me like I had no clue. I've been alive for 35, 40 years, and I had no idea. You get what I'm saying? And those are the messages that really do it for me. Those are the people email me because they're home and they're like, I could never have done this without you, right? Like, when people send me pictures of, I ain't gonna lie, this girl sent me a picture of her, after she got it because she couldn't qualify for care credit at first. So I helped her fix her credit. And she put her little baby out, and I was so happy for her. Like that's why I'm doing it. And it's not even just so that they can get the things. These people are now teaching their friends, like, "Ooh, girl, I heard this. Money Plug told me that." Marquia said, "You get what I'm saying?" Like that's the goal. My goal is to start the conversations that lead to the life altering. You get what I'm saying? So, I'm very, very, very passionate about what I do. And that's why every time I come to y'all, I come to y'all with something else. Hey, y'all, we getting ready to do this. Hey, y'all, we getting ready to do that. You get what I'm saying? I'll start, I'm officially a founder. A lot of y'all don't know that, and I haven't made an official announcement yet, but I'm officially a founder. The Money Plug is officially a its own financial counseling firm. So you get what I'm saying? And it's getting bigger. Oh, thank you. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. My credit went up 84 points after watching what we've been doing. Oh, Brandy. Like you get what I'm saying? Like the marathon continues, and it's all about the legacy I'm leaving behind. I'm a Hamill junkie, right? So who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Missed you. Have you thought about a CFP? I have. It's so funny because shout out to Rakim. For those of you who don't know, Rakim Sabri is an amazing financial trauma and financial therapy content creator on here. He's amazing. And we literally have this conversation like once a week. Whether or not it's worth it going after my CFP. And the only thing that makes me a little hesitant, one is I'm not finished with my degree yet, and then two, um, it's very restrictive. Um, from what I'm hearing, and y'all know me, I like to do my own thing. I don't like people telling me what to do. If I like people telling me what to do, I would have tried harder to stay in the military. Well, CFP, so you know how like when you got an associate's degree and you got a bachelor's degree. And everybody who got a bachelor's degree, they better than everybody. And everybody treat motherfuckers with a bachelor's degree better than everybody. That's the CFP compared to what I am right now. Y'all know I'm the queen of analogies. But that's like literally what a CFP like. That's kind of what it is in the hierarchy. I still have a FINRA designation. I mean, accredited financial counselor is a FINRA designation, but it's a certified financial planner, and they are authorized to like to do every yes. So I'm a CNA. I'm just bitch. I'm going to put that on thread. I'm the CNA of the finance world. They're the RN. No. I take that back. I take that back because don't you know CNA, medical assistant, nurse. So I would say my CNA was when I was just a board certified credit repair specialist, right? Just a credit repair specialist, CNA, right? I'm an AFC, so I'm a medical assistant now. So now my Crocs look a little bit better, my scrubs fit a little bit tighter. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking blood pressure. You get what I'm saying? I'm doing all the things. But the PFP, that's the RN. That's the baby with the phone. That's the bitch with the fever. So that's a perfect analogy. I'm going to put that online. That was hilarious. Oh, that was hilarious. But I love it here. I'm always learning, and I'm always striving for the next thing. And y'all know I keep saying I want to be a lawyer as much as I be arguing with people online. So as much as I argue with people, be in the YouTube stream sharing this too. Yo, let me tell y'all, man, y'all go hard. Shout out to Scare Change Podcast. Y'all know it's all love. I absolutely adore y'all. And the support is just, he said, "True here, IG was throwing up." Oh no, he tripping. They working out the kinks. They working out the kinks. But yeah, so you definitely have helped me out over the last 6 months for real. Oh, wait, guess what? What? I love tea. What? You definitely helped me out over the last 6 months. Thank you, thank you. Like, I love hearing that. A few days ago, oh, shut the front door. What they go BGE? They might disappear. Maybe they pops back up. I'm in wealth management. Is there a way we can get connected? I'm going to see if yeah, of course. Damn, you can't see my cute little banner at the bottom of my screen that everybody else sees. My email address is Markia B, so MARKIA, the letter B as in boy, at themoneyplug.co. So go ahead and shoot me an email. We can right, the date of birth delinquency is 2021. So this means yes, I was about to say yes. You're gonna go ahead and let that slide on up. Hey sis, good to see you. I pray all is well. It is. It's so good to see you. Everything is great. I woke up. I got 2 once I get through this. I'm working on it for you. Ooh, now you don't tell me that. I like surprises. That's why I moved to DC first. Period. Period. Okay. I thought about moving back to the East Coast. A job opportunity popped up. And I was just like, I don't know if I can get rid of this weather. It's expensive as shit in California. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. This shit in California. But I love it here. The weather's nice. The people nice. The food good. I just don't like the traffic. Oh, girl, I still have your business card, and guess who tried to give her bank that card on accident? Oh my god, that happens. So I get, more people reach out to me about that after they oh my god, Per, I miss you. More people reach out to me about my business cards and tell me they almost like this is such a conversation starter. Let me tell you how slick I be with it, right? How slick I be. When I go out to eat, right? And you pay or whatever, and you get up and you walk away from the table, I'll leave like one or two of these on the table. And they be like, oh miss, you forgot your card, right? And they come out and I'm like, oh no, this not for me. It's you. The funnel be funneling, bro. The funnel be fucking funneling, okay? Yes, I'm in California now. I got a full-time job as a content creator with a marketing agency out here. And it's been so cool. Like, we're so confused. I bet. I fucking bet. That's my Marquia Express Platinum, period. Okay. The perks is unmatched. You should have went to art school. Why you always say your favorite credit specialist, favorite credit specialist? So that was my tagline. It's actually not my tagline anymore. So if you are a content creator, if you want to be known for something, if you want to establish yourself in an industry, you need to have a way for people to remember you. So when I was posting videos and when I first started, you know, I needed a way for people to remember me, something that was catchy. And my name was catchy enough. Like, who called themselves the money plug? Like, that's lit. And then like, but I needed like a tagline, right? I needed something that like, who is Markia? Like, why do I need to know the money plug? So my intro was always, "What's up, everybody? It's Markia, aka the money plug, aka your credit specialist, favorite credit specialist." Um, and from there, now it's, "What's up, everybody? My name is Markia, aka money plug, aka your financial counselor, your financial counselor." Yeah, okay. Let me tell you about the Chris Hansen shit. So do y'all know why I stopped saying that? I used to call myself, if you go on my profile on TikTok, I have a playlist that was called it's called like How to Catch a Credit Guru. And if you scroll down to like the earlier videos, bro, I was the 10. And I used to call myself the credit repair Chris Hansen. Because I would like, I would expose people. Um and somebody sent me like I got a couple cease and desist letters. Like people was hot. Like so then they tried to get me on like copyright or trademark, whatever the hell it was, infringement because I was saying Chris Hayes. What the y'all really trying to stop my page? So I stopped saying it or whatever. But after doing some research, I found out it was fake. I might go back to doing it, but I had to let the heat die down. Yeah, like how the rock be like, can you smell the rock is cooking? Right? All that. Just from the FYP, do you help with getting out of debt? I absolutely do. You know, girl. What you need to know, girl? No, for real. You know why I brought you here today. And it's so funny because like now, like sometimes I'll just be saying shit and then it turns into something. So like I just did a video one day, it was like today's episode of Mind the Other People Expensive Business. And now like that's a thing. That's actually developed into, I guess, spoiler alert, that's developing into a YouTube series where I talk about like sports and celebrities and all that stuff and shit going on with their pockets that we might be interested in. Might not affect us, but I mean, I just want to be nosy. And so sometimes I just be saying shit and it turns into something because of y'all. So it's a lot coming next year. I'm super excited. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the Clubhouse days. Thank you too. Man, I've come a long way from Clubhouse days, boy. Woo, yes. Oof. What other questions y'all got for me? Hey, I think I drove. That's so creepy. That's giving very much Alicia Keys, and you don't know my name. But yeah, it made me think you the other day. I'm restarting my repair dispute thing. Probably should wait till March to start with them, right? Yeah, I will wait. I will wait. That way you can start with that, and that'll definitely give you like the need to make yourself feel better. You get through the rest of the process. I fixed my credit, but now I'm in credit card debt. LOL. No derogatory items, but my utilization is high. Oh, oh, yes, of course I can help you. That's really just that's probably a culmination of a couple different conversations. But the way I'll talk a little bit about how it works. But the way my financial counseling program is set up is one of the first things. It's three pronged, right? We deal with your mindset, we deal with how you're managing your money, and then we deal with now that we're in a stable place, what can we do to now accumulate wealth? And so that process will that situation could be tackled with the mindset portion, and then we would just monitor, track, and adjust in the money management. So I can totally help you, Allie, if you're interested. All you gotta do is my website is themoneyplug.co. You click the link in my bio and it'll take you to my website if you want. Um, let me see. I'm gonna have to get a roundtable on the podcast with you, Rakim, and Avengers. That is so if people charge 1,500 for trade lines and clean credit, is that a deal? No, and that's illegal. So that's how. Let me tell y'all. That's how y'all favorite little credit repair people be getting caught up in the RICO charges. Because they selling straight lines of shit. Number one, it violates the terms and conditions for the credit cards themselves. Whoever straight line it actually is that is selling it, they can have their account closed, and the bank can now pursue the both of you if they want to for restitution, as well as you can be banned from like they can put you in check system to make it so that you never get another bank account again. Like y'all really got to stop playing with these people with these CPNs and these trade lines. Stop buying trade lines. You don't need to buy them. There are so many other accounts that you can add to your credit so that you can build your credit instead of having to depend on CPNs or trade lines and shit like that. All the more reason for y'all to sign up for my free webinar tomorrow. Like, it's completely free. I'm going over everything. It's completely free. All you have to do is sign up. If you can't attend live, you can catch the replay in your inbox. Now remember, I'm not going to be streaming it on YouTube. I'm not going to be streaming it on TikTok. I'm not going to be streaming it on Instagram. The only way to access this replay is through the link that's going to be emailed to you. And the only way to check like the live and the replay is to register. That's it. It's not going to be nowhere else. And this is going to be the last one that y'all get from me in a minute. After this, the only webinars y'all really going to see for real is going to be inside my accountability group. So you can also sign up for that if that's something you want to be a part of. Uh, Do you have a list of banks, credit unions that aren't scandalous right now? Woo! Let me tell you. Let me tell you. No, I don't. If you want me to be real with you, I don't. Most banks are shitty. Most credit unions have hidden. Really, it's kind of like a case by case basis. I always tell you, one, go with your gut. Two, go with who offers you the best bang for your buck. And research. Credit unions tend to be more localized, other than like big ones like Navy Federal and da da da. But like the ones that be like tied to your job and shit, a lot of times only got a location where you live. So if you ever plan on moving or going out the country or state or whatever, you're not gonna have access to a bank. I always tell people you should have at least three bank accounts with three different banks, right? Credit union, a big bank that you can get to from anywhere, and then like if you want like a little hometown bank, if you feel a nostalgia. Funny story. I will never forget. I signed up for M&T Bank before I left for the military. Mind you, my mother had set me up with a Bank of America account. Like, I had a job over there. I was good at accounts, and that's what my check was going. But before I left for the army, probably like a month before, I went and signed up for an M&T Bank card because they was the only bank in the state that was allowing people to get 401k cards. When I got on the Florida, yo, and something happened with my card, and I was calling them to find my location. They had no fucking location in Pensacola, Florida. I was sick. I was sick. So that was how I learned that lesson the hard way. It's more like a partnership, I guess you could say, Allie. So she asked me if my program was like a mentorship course or a program. So I call it a program, but it's more like a partnership. So you have as many sessions as you need with, but we work side by side. Like I cannot succeed unless you succeed. Our success is dependent on your success and us working cohesively to get you across that finish. So it's more like a partnership. We work together, and I'm there every step of the way. How the fuck we feeling about Navy Federal? Oh, you already saw what I said. Woo! Woo! You already saw what I said. But you know, we family, right? Like y'all know I fuck with y'all heavy. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. There's barely a bank out there that you will be able to find that does not have a history of practice. And that is because the very DNA of America is embedded with racism. It's embedded with systemic oppression. So the idea of I'm never banking with Navy Federal again because they did da 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 da. For a lot of people, that's unrealistic because that's the only option you got, right? Because even though Navy Federal did that to like, oh, you know, 48, only 48% people got new houses, you still gonna have the people talking about they got $50,000 ass cars and telling everybody all about that car. So they can never watch this, right? So, and I'm not, like I said, my job is not to tell you what it is. I'm not gonna tell y'all close your Navy Federal accounts because so is Wells Fargo and Bank of America. And like so it's a pattern. And unfortunately it exists in the very systems that we are experiencing to handle the situation. Um, I always tell people there's something known as intentional. Um, y'all know I'm real big on books, and I'm putting together a book with y'all this year, but there's a book I read by Tanya Hers, Tanya something. Tanya Hester. I can't think of the actual name of it, but it talks about intentional spending and spending in line with your morals and your values and things like that. And so if you feel like you just absolutely positively cannot stomach what Navy Federal did, and you absolutely positively just cannot You just gotta leave, but just make sure you're leaving with a plan. So if you have loans with them, make sure that you get in good with another bank to get loans with lower interest rates. You don't want a higher interest rate just because you don't like how they handle business because that's gonna fuck you over in the long term. So I get that a lot of you are emotionally charged about what's going on with Navy Federal, but also think about the consequences of your finances if you do decide to switch financial institutions. Definitely something that you have to do instead of like just like moving off of wallet activism. Thank you so much. Shout out to Haley and their podcast. Oh, the avocado family. The price of avocado toast. But yeah, the book list is coming out. I have read Atomic Habits. Wallet activism. Haven't heard anything from CQ, so I'm good. No, for real. Me with my MeQ account. Shout out to Tanya. I actually got to meet her in person. So yeah, I absolutely love her book. I've read it so many times. Would you speak at a domestic violence survivor shelter about credit repair? I have spoken at domestic violence shelters about financial wellness, about credit, about how to establish your own finances now that you are out of in that environment. So I would love to. If you shoot me an email, my email address is markiab@themoneyclub.co. I would love to work with you guys. So yes, I've done it before. I just want a banking option that cares for vets, minorities, and underbanked. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be real with you, you're not gonna get all three. You're not gonna get all three. And I mean that's the sad reality in America. Can I come up and talk about my experience with C2? I turned off the shit where else was gonna be like you're not gonna get all three. And that's a very unfortunate reality here in America. You're not gonna get all three. Let me tell you, USAA don't give a fuck about nobody, but I'm banking with them. You know why? Because the car insurance cheap. Car insurance cheap as shit. California, yep, that's my man, and I'm gonna stick beside him. You don't give a fuck about nobody. You don't give a fuck about nobody. Did I see you talk about your dating life not too long ago? Where did you see me talk about my dating life? Please enlighten me on where you saw me talking about my dating life. Because y'all know I tell y'all a lot of my business. I ain't tell you that. I ain't tell you that. Picture it didn't happen. Yes, my loan I'm closing on tomorrow with Navy Fed. You're not gonna find that deal nowhere. Yeah, like it sucks, right? Especially as black people. There's a lot of times when we have to when you are the disenfranchised, right? And it's so hard to explain to people who are not. When you are the disenfranchised, when you are the minority, when you are the person who's getting the short end of the stick, that shit sucks. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Hey, Nia girl. Like you gotta do what you gotta do. And unfortunately, that means I'm keeping my USA account and my Navy Federal access. I think I got a savings account with them if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna keep the fuck out that account just cause. You can see it, but it's not popping up for me. I think Instagram will end up cutting off soon. I think I got like 2 more minutes on Instagram, and that's gonna shut down. I was a week closing when the article came out. Hey, bro, and listen, and it was somebody who posted in one of them little military groups, and they were like, the article came out the day they closed. And they were like, and my family is looking at me like, you really gonna, yes, I'm really like, people have worked their entire lives to become homeowners. Like, so people have overcome so many fucking obstacles. So if Navy Federal was the only one willing to let me sign on the dotted line for the price point I want, I don't know about that paper. You hear me? You hear me? I'm gonna be real with you. It's an unfortunate reality that the disenfranchised face. We gotta get in where we fit in. And honestly, the only way that we can truly change that is to change the systems. This is not a Navy Federal problem. This is a banking problem. That's a sad reality that a lot of people, like all the other banks, are pointing their fingers at Navy Federal, like, see, they're worse than us. What they fail to realize is that the reason why only 48% of Black people were approved for home loans is because of these systems that are in place. It wasn't like a Navy Federal was like, "Fuck you niggas," right? That's not how the conversation went. It's rough trying to find a good deal currently. Totally. Not only that, the home buying process is listen, so you start over. At that point, I can't believe it. I scored below average in the 4 pillars from the 3-minute test. Really? Really? What do you think caused you to score low. Yeah. Speaking of banking problem, interest rates are lowering, but it's so that banks can get bail out. Absolutely. Like, let me tell y'all something. It's giving. I don't even know how. Like, they try to convince us so bad that the economy is not bad. They're giving. Is that the was that the financial wellness one, Marcus? Is that the one you talking about, or was it the money script that you took? Because there's two tests. For those of you who don't know, there's two tests available. On my thing, on my website, sorry. So if you go to my Instagram is where you can see the link directly for the client's money scripts indicator that tells you what your money script is. And then there's a financial wellness survey that you can take on my website that will tell you where you land on the financial wellness spectrum. I got a lot of very I don't want to say disrespectful because it wasn't disrespectful. They wasn't mad at me, they were mad at the results. But I've gotten a lot of very worded emails about people's responses because sometimes you can't see the problem when you're in it. It takes an objective look at the situation for people to realize that they have a problem, and it's hard to fix that sometimes. So shout out to you, Marcus, for taking the financial wellness test. But yeah, if you go to my website, themoneyplug.co, and you go to the services and stuff that I offer, you can take the financial wellness test for free. And the Cost Money Scripts Indicator test is free as well. I'm finally starting to get control of my firm and Turner. Good. What are your thoughts on things like Afterpay and stuff like that? I don't think it's a bad idea. Like, listen, anything in moderation is a good thing. That goes for credit cards, that goes for loans, that goes for Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay. Anything used properly, right, is a good thing. When you start abusing it and like signing up for shit, knowing you don't really got the money, not paying attention to the payback date, just doing it because it's available, that's when it becomes an issue. And I tell people all the time, Afterpay not the problem, you are. Don't shoot the messenger, but Afterpay will be the problem with you motherfuckers if you helps pay for things. That 30% APR is terrible. You know what's so crazy? I had a homegirl with me the other day, and she was thinking about joining a credit union, and everybody at her job was talking about joining this credit union because they get access to a $1,500 loan, right? And obviously it's Christmas time. This credit union knew what they was doing. They advertised that if you signed up with the credit union, you are already like pre-authorized for this like $1,500 loan or some shit like that. So like how it was working or how they were assuming it worked is you signed up, you get the money. And it was a 24-month payback period with a 16% interest rate. And it's like, oh, that's not bad because you're just paying it back or whatever for 2 years. Like that's not nothing coming out my check. Da, 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 da. That's because they're not showing y'all the side by side. So you know, like when you buy a car, and it'll show you how much the car is, like how much you're financing it for, what your interest rate is, and then what you'll ultimately end up paying by the end of the life of the loan, right? Like they're not showing you that part. You don't. That's there's a reason that you don't see that part until you already knee deep with your application ready to submit. And that's because they don't want to dissuade you. Because once you see that, that's when it's the interest every time. It's going to change your mind. It's going to change your mind every time. Me, networks with financial counselors. Also me, never had a credit card. Scream! Crazy. Crazy. But you know what? I would rather somebody tell me like, "Oh, I've never had a credit card because I didn't trust myself with credit cards or I didn't understand how it works," and stuff like that. Um, I'm screaming. Okay, so somebody commented this in my YouTube comments, and I believe that this is based off of a comment that I made. So somebody commented, "How bad can I be? I'm just doing what coming naturally. How bad can I be?" For those of you who don't know, that's a song from the Lorax. And I made a comment. Um, I made a comment, a very impassioned comment when I was like, "I'm not the Lorax. I don't speak for the niggas." And so now I keep getting Lorax comments and shit. That's so cute. Thank you. That made my day. So cute, everybody. The only reason I'm sticking it out with Navy Federal is because I get paid on Friday afternoon instead of Monday, no period. Like 90% of people I've seen on social media that is saying what Navy Federal said that was one of the main reasons because they get paid early. Does credit impact your car insurance quote? My car insurance has been going up lately, and I don't know why. Yes, it does. So a lot of people don't know, like when you think you're like when you think your credit report, you don't think that like your credit report impacts shit like your car insurance, your home insurance, right? Your whether or not you get a job, whether or not you get a house, like your credit affects a lot. And it's not even just your credit. So the thing is, Big Brother, as we like to call them, or LexisNexis, they take all of the information that's available about you. So debts, any insurance claims you've ever filed, any tickets you ever got, all of that shit ends up in your LexisNexis report. So like, you know how we be watching First 48 and they be like, "Are we about to look them up and see if we can find them?" They check y'all LexisNexis. I don't know if y'all know that shit. But the police check the LexisNexis. And so on your LexisNexis lies information that affects your car insurance quote. Now, if you're unsure on why your insurance is so high, you can request a copy of your Clue Auto report, which is like a subsidiary of LexisNexis. You can just search CLUE Auto Report, Clue Auto Report, and you can request a copy. It gets the same treatment as like a credit report, so you're entitled to one free Clue Auto Report a year. Um, and they'll send it to you and you can go over it. And if it's something on there that's incorrect, you can dispute it just like you would dispute it with a credit. And the same thing goes for if you ever apply for an apartment and if you're ever denied. So we've talked a little bit about like what happens when you're denied. I've done videos on it. But whenever you are denied, they send you that denial letter. In the letter, it lets you know that because you were denied, what you can do is you can request a copy of the report that they used that led to you being denied. So if you ever applied for an apartment or something like that and they told you no, you can be like, well, can you send me a copy of the credit report that you used? Or how can I request a copy of the credit report that you used that led you to this decision? And you can do it like that. I just started fighting with LexisNexis this year, and it's a damn headache. Let me tell y'all something. I was 20, I want to say I was like 23, 24 or something like that when I pulled my LexisNexis report for the first time, and that shit was like 100 pages. Bro, I didn't even live that long yet. Like, how the fuck do y'all know all this about me? Like, it was a lot. It was a lot. It affects purchasing phones, insurance, even some jobs. Yo, no facts, because we'll flex, right? So I ended up having to get a separate phone for the money club because I play too much. And so I'm so terrified one day that I'm gonna answer the phone and it's not gonna be what I can do it. I'm gonna say something crazy. So I got a separate line for the money club and I ordered a new phone today instead of be for like content creation and all that shit. And I ain't got no deposit. And that was like it be little moments like that when I like pat myself on the back for like getting my shit together. And I'm still in the process. Let's be clear. I am still in the process of getting my shit together. That is a never ending fight. Of getting and keeping your shit together. But like I didn't have no deposit for the phone. And I was like, oh bitch, go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was one of them people, bitch, we want half. Like I was one of them people they was like, nah, girl, you want half. If you on Instagram, this live is about to end. I can't control it. Instagram only lets me go live for an hour, but you can switch over to TikTok, you can switch over to Facebook, you can switch over to YouTube. All of that is like annotated on the sides, as you can see. Um, and you can keep watching from there. So I'm so sorry, Instagram, this shit gonna cut off in like a minute or two. But for everybody else, it's gonna keep going. But yeah, it can affect so much. How do you feel about the Dave Ramsey snowball advice? I know you can't stand him. So let's first of all, let's call it what it is. Dave Ramsey did not invent the snowball thing, right? That wasn't his thing. Do I like Dave Ramsey? Absolutely not, especially after what just happened. Even though, you know what? It's not even that I don't like him, yo. I don't like the culture he has created. That's my beef. Let me, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't. It's not that I got beef with him. I don't fucking know him. He's just a regular ass man to me. I don't like the culture that he's cultivated. The snowball advice is not his advice. That is something that has existed before him. It will exist far past him. So I'm not a fan of Dave Ramsey, but the snowball advice is valid advice for whoever it works for. Like some people genuinely think, believe that that's the best way for them to pay down their debt. And so if it works, it works. Go for it. What is a LexisNexis? LexisNexis is a credit bureau. So everybody know like Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion and shit, right? But there's another one. There's like that's where they get their information from, and it's LexisNexis. Oh, it didn't shut off. Oh, shout out to you, Instagram. All right, I guess it's gonna keep going. But yeah, so LexisNexis is where they get all their information from. So like LexisNexis and a couple of like they're called like data aggregation companies sometimes. They just collect as much information about you as possible, and they trickle that information down to different companies, depending on what they need it for. So if, my shop is shut down right now, but if you ever been in my shop, you notice I have a list. The CFPB or the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau every year comes out with a list of credit reporting agencies. And so people who have information on you. And so You can contact each and every one of those agencies and get a copy of your report because it's guaranteed to you under FACTA or the Fair and Accurate Credit Transactions Act. You are authorized with one free report each and every single one of those agencies a year. At any address you ever lived at, any of that. I can't stand that damn 3 times rent thing. That be grinding my gears because nigga, you don't even make 3 times the rent. You want and y'all know I live in Cali. Y'all know I live in California. Alright, Imma just put y'all in my business a little bit. My rent is $4,000 a month, and that's not an exaggeration. Like, I'm dead ass that's what I pay rent. And now mind you, this is a deal for me. This is a deal. For the size house I got, this is a deal, okay? But 3 times that? And you want me to make 3 times that to rent this motherfucker out? You only need it once. What the fuck I need it 3 times for? Like, bro, they do not play. That should be grinding my gear. Just gotta use your own words. If this is an attempt to collect the debt, for real. Somebody said, "What's the quickest way to raise your credit?" And this 722 was before. That is a very loaded question, and I highly suggest you sign up for my webinar tomorrow because there's no one way to answer that, unfortunately. I can say this, the quickest way to raise your credit, if you understand when your reporting date is for your credit cards, is to pay all of your credit cards down to 0 before the reporting date so that when it does report to the credit bureaus, your utilization is reporting as low as possible. Your credit utilization is 30% of your credit score. So the lower that a number appears to be, the better that looks for your credit score. Thank you for the info and being real. I'm bipolar, and one of my biggest struggles is finance. Oh, there's a creator. Oh my god, and I'm so mad at myself that I can't remember her name. And I'm terrible with names. I blame it on my TBI. But there's a creator. Maybe do a little digging. I know she makes content for people with ADHD. And so she makes content that is geared in that vein. So I highly suggest you look her up. I'm so sorry, I can't remember her name right now. But, like, she specifically makes content for people in that space. And as someone with a mental illness, shout out to you for being comfortable enough to disclose. I love that. It's a man who has taken every advice he was given and grabbed the microphone and called it his idea. Shout out to Brandy. Oh! I had to sign up. What's your new service? Oh, for real, 4,000, man. That's a DC studio. Child. Like, but you know what? It's cheap for LA. Like, you gotta think. I have a big family, so I'm gonna put y'all in my business again for those of y'all who don't already know. Y'all been with me for a while, y'all know I got 5 kids, and they're all mine. If people ask me, but they're all mine. Um, so I have a large family, so I need a lot of space, and that's very uncommon in LA. That's why, like, there's no way I'd be able to afford living in the city with the family size that I have. So I live outside of like what y'all think LA is. It's still LA, but like outside of what y'all think LA is. And this is actually cheap for my family size. Like I got a lot of space. I got a lot of space. How do I monitor my child's social security number to make sure no one is using it? So you can freeze it, which is always what I suggest to parents who feel like that could be an issue. You call the credit bureaus and you say, "Hey, I want to freeze this social security number," and you give them the social security number, and they might ask you like a couple other questions, and you freeze it. But theoretically, they should. But I'm not even gonna say all that. But yeah, so you can freeze their credit so that nobody can use it, and then you just have to make sure that it's still frozen every year. Just make sure. They passed in a law that they can only choose. Yes, and I cannot wait. Okay, so I'm actually making a video about that right now because there's a couple laws going into effect that kind of affect your pockets in California. For those of y'all who live in California, they're making it so that they can only charge you 1 month's rent as up to 1 month's rent as a security deposit. If you live in LA, or California in general, you know they be taxing when it comes to that fucking security deposit, bro. I did not have that issue with this place. Like, God, absolutely. You're the property management company. I've had no issues with here. Shout out to y'all. I ain't gonna say who it is because y'all don't know where I live at. But like when I was in the hunt, oh baby, they used to do me dirty. I still have your ebook from last summer. Oh my God, that was so long ago. Yeah, I live in the Bay. Oh, you know. Bay, San Francisco, all that. You speaking on Dave Ramsey is real. I fell off him. You and Remy. I love Remy. I love Remy. There's so many other content creators who are, in my opinion, 1,000 times the men that Dave Ramsey could ever be, and they're women. So And they're women. Who shadow banned you? Who shadow banned you? TikTok. Oh, so yeah, let me tell you all about that. So you probably noticed that I'm not appearing on TikTok as much. Or like you're probably not being exposed to my content a lot. And unfortunately, that's just kinda how the algorithm works. I've never been a slave to the algorithm. I'm more of a Imma just move on to do my own thing. Um, and I'll come back when I come back. Like I still post. You'll still see new posts from me on TikTok, but 2024, I'm primarily focusing on YouTube, Instagram, and I will be launching my blog. I'm just giving y'all all the tea. I ain't saying no, I'm not no, none of this shit. I'm just giving y'all all the tea. The housing market in general is so expensive. I think too much. It's just too much. I ain't gonna hold you, and that's exactly why I rent. Everybody be like, "Oh my god, you're wasting all your money renting." No, I'm not, because I got a place to live. How is that a waste? I got a place to live with all of the space and all that shit that I want. I ain't gotta cut no fucking grass. I don't gotta worry about salting no walkways. I don't gotta worry about shoveling no fucking I mean, I live in California, so no way. But like, I'm not responsible for maintenance. I get to pretend like I'm not gonna pay my rent when shit get broke. If I want to just up and fucking move, I can. Like, bro, I love this renting life. Y'all can miss me with that shit. That homeowner, oh my furnace went out. Now I gotta spend $7,000. Bro, absolutely not. The first thing I'm fucking doing is calling my landlord. He's like 30 minutes. Or it's free, nigga, like domino. No, all jokes aside though, I just don't wanna own right now. I haven't found the house that made me be like, I wanna buy this bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not in the mood. Now, I always tell people like I'm getting older, I'm starting to identify that there are certain things that I'm starting to want, and I'm just not at that point in my journey where I just want to buy a house. Well, fortunately. I had this lot to Nike likes and they took them back. Damn, they hate us, bro. The only thing that's off is when I get a total month of expenses and split it, end up being short if you split it in half. Ugh, I hate when it happens. Literally spending it all. If you don't stop teasing me about the YouTube shit. Hurry, my DV bot survivors are waiting for your website and shop. My shop is down. For those of you who are new to me, my shop goes down in December every year and it comes back up on January 3rd. The reason it comes down is because the letters that I have, so I have a DIY hair kit and all that shit, y'all. The letters have to be updated every year. All the information that I've gathered throughout the year, I use that to update the letters so that you guys are getting the most accurate, most recent, shit that y'all need when y'all out here doing y'all thing. So every December, my shop goes down and it comes back up January 1st. And there's gonna be I guess since you spilling tea, there's gonna be so much new stuff in the shop when it open up in January. I got my financial freedom kit. I think I'm gonna name it something else because it's giving very much let freedom ring, and I ain't trying to do that. But I have a financial freedom toolkit that's coming out, and it's lit. Like it's so much shit in it. It's so much. I'm so excited for that. And then I got an email the other day. Well, not the other day. I keep saying, all right, listen, when I say the other day, that could be anywhere from yesterday to like 20 years ago. So, like, bear with me. But I got an email the other day, and somebody was like, yo, I love what you do when was going to your shop and I see all the stuff, but I'm a spreadsheet girly. Like, do you have any spreadsheets for me? So, January 1st, I got some dope ass dashboards coming out for my spreadsheet. It's a Google Doc, so you'll be able to kind of have it online and anywhere, like you'll be able to save it there and shit, and you can like export to Microsoft Excel. But it comes with formulas and everything already done. It's literally plug and play. You put in the numbers. There are some very, very specific instructions that you have to follow, and it will. I have one that will populate your entire year budget for you just by from like what you're putting in. I have transaction trackers. I have debt pay down calculators. Like, oh, there's so much stuff coming in January. Like, I'm so excited for y'all. I wish I knew about credit literacy going through my bankruptcy. I say that a lot. And I think it's so crazy that a lot of bankruptcy lawyers are not closely tied with somebody who teaches financial education or somebody or a financial counselor in general. Don't have somebody like that on their payroll. I think that's so weird because, like, yeah, I get it. You coming to me for bankruptcy, like help, and I'm gonna help you file your paperwork and all that other stuff and navigate that role. But like, what happens post bankruptcy? You just like let me go? Like that's so I hate to say it, but it's like when they kick foster kids out the system at 18 and leave them with nothing. They put y'all right back out there to make the same fucking mistakes over, like, and you will be right back in their office. I can do me lasagna. I'm so Why would you do that? You know I can't cook. Y'all childish. I'm renting forever. No mowing the grass for me. No, cause period. I wish sometimes I could call somebody up. I gotta call contractors to figure it out. Exactly, bro. And I'm not doing that shit. Uh, Good evening. Do you want to be in Cali for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. If y'all follow me for a while, somebody say, "Hey, honey bun," I have no idea who you are. Hello, because it say Facebook user. I'm so sorry. No, I don't want to be in Cali for the rest of my life. I always said I want to retire in Texas. Like that's always been the goal. That's always been the goal. I definitely want to retire in Texas. They, they, they got the best veteran perks. You know, I literally just got my California license because I've been holding on to my Florida license for 2 hands. Y'all doing some weird shit down there in Florida, so I had to let that shit go. I had to let that shit go. Plus, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I wanted, me and my family gonna be a Magic family when they open that shit back up next year. And I had to be a resident to get that. I need my Magic key. That's to get into Disney. I didn't know there was a gambling background thing. Wait, what? What am I missing? Why not? Oh, the financially linked parent. Oh, let me write that down. Shout out to you. Email me. Who you is? Bruja Red. Email me. My email address is markiab@themoneyplug.co, not .com, .co. Email me because when it come out, I want to give it to you for free because that was lit as fuck. When it come out, I want to give it to you for free. So email me, please. Like email me right now. Like, screenshot. I can see me on your screen, and then like email me and say you told me I can get your kit for free because I named it. Yeah. You know, when I got a new product, I'm gonna just go live and like spitball with y'all and see what we come up with for real. In PG County, the hate for B-more will never stop. No, for real. I get it. I mean, it's not my fault y'all not original. Y'all can't come up with nothing on your own high school out shit, except that trash ass go with music. Y'all can have that shit. That's just whack. That shit sound like we banging on metal trash cans in Jamaica. Hey, stranger. No, for real, was on to something, okay? No, screaming. I think it's crazy that we're just now seeing people like Hassan teaching kids finance. Oh, I'm not gonna comment on it. Oh, I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm not gonna do it. Mm, mm, mm. Let me say this. There are a lot of people who are in this space, and not because of the altruistic nature. Like they are in this for the money. And as somebody who works in marketing and advertising, like that's my full time job. I work for an ad agency. As somebody who works in marketing and advertising, if you want people to spend money, get them. You get their kids. Talk about their kids. You want people to care about something, talk about their kids. Hit them with hurt. Because if it's one thing motherfucker love their kids. If it's anybody they spend money on, it's gonna be their kids. If it's anybody that they change for, it's gonna be their kids. That's all I'm saying. Bill Texas. Not that I like Texas. I don't like Texas. I just like the benefits. Texas, I can get a barn dominium, you know what I'm saying, for the low low. The barn dominium and the acreage around it for the low low. I'm not getting that shit in California. The CFPB has a gambling background thing on the list of reporting places. Yes, yes, they do. Absolutely, they do. Georgia, no tax on your first vehicle. Georgia is bad. I don't know. I'm screaming, yes, please, because Freedom Ring sounds the white patriot. Okay, because that's what I was thinking too. Not metal and yes, that Marcus, am I lying? That's exactly what that fucking go-go music sound like. It sound like I don't laugh at me, y'all, but I watched The Office. This is one episode where white dude went to Jamaica with Jan, and he came back and was banging on the like in the office. That's what the fuck it sound like to me. That's what go-go music sound like. That shit is garbage. Like I don't be wanting to yuck y'all young. Y'all be bringing it out of me. I don't. Y'all be Office is iconic. Nobody better laugh. All right, somebody told me watching The Office was almost as bad as me watching Friends. I've never watched Friends, by the way, but like if you black, you know that's like a thing. You're not supposed to watch Friends because we all know that was just a play on Living Single. Tell me why you talk this loud for me to get home just in time after changing my tires. Shut up. Listen. Shout out to you because if it's one thing for sure, two things for certain. I paid for that motherfucking car insurance. Y'all don't come fix this fucking tire. Let me tell you, I don't pay that money for nothing. Yay, I'm here. Come get it. I'm not changing no tire. What I look like? What am I paying y'all for? And if you don't have roadside assistance, you are crazy. Motherfuckers feel like get AARP and see what they got or triple A, bro. You need if you don't have nothing else, you need roadside assistance if you're a woman. Even if you know how to change your own tire and change your own spark plugs and all that shit, it be too dark outside for y'all to be doing half the shit y'all be out there doing. You better call somebody. You know what I just realized? I forgot that Facebook texts show me everywhere. So it's trying to people comment on my personal page. I can't see. I need to look into that. You better call on Tyrone, okay? Not battle of the Beltway. Yo, yeah. Let me say something. I went to and speaking of battle of the Beltway, I went to the Ravens. I almost called them the Redskins. I went to the Ravens. Um, what the fuck is the name of the team now? Commanders game in the preseason, bro. That and it's been a really, really long time since I've been to FedEx Field, bro. That is the worst stadium I've ever been to in my life. The absolute, without a doubt, worst effing stadium I've ever been to in my life. Horrible. You hear me? Terrible. Seats was trash, food was trash, music was trash, all that shit. Just garbage. Garbage. You should piss me off. Oh, all right, good. Anybody comment on this movie? I felt bad because I thought I was missing comments. That's where yeah, that was where I went. So I didn't go there. I went there for On the Run 2. I didn't go there for Renaissance. I hated that fucking book. Now I went to the Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis, and I don't like the Colts, but they have one of the best stadiums I've ever been in. They have one of the best stadiums I've ever been in my life, hands down. Let's see. Listen, I'm from the Bronx now, living on Long Island. I went from Yankee Stadium to Duck Stadium. Sick, sick. I went to Angel Stadium in Anaheim, because the Orioles came to town, and this was like I was 6 right after Ohtani got hurt. But they actually have a really nice stadium for this team to be so shitty. I hate that the suck, but I was happy that I got to go to a Chiefs game because Lord knows those tickets next year will be lethal. I need to go to a concert. I've never been. What? I do music, so I always tell people, like, we talked about intentional spending earlier, and I always tell y'all, like, I spend money on shit that I want to spend money on experiences that I want to have. That's like one of the non-negotiables for me. I know a lot of people be talking about, oh, when you going debt free, you gotta sacrifice this. I'm already broke. I'm not about to be broke and miserable. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna be broke and miserable. So, like, for me, my non-negotiable is music. I absolutely love music. Shut up. Not my first concert was DMX and the Locks. Yeah, but you know what? I would die to be able like to be a fly on that wall. Like I don't settle when it comes to experiences. So like every year for me, I always budget in festivals. So like this past like 2023, I did let me see, I did Rolling Loud LA, I did Dreamville, I did Coachella, I did Rolling Loud Miami, I've gone and seen St. Harrison. I've seen Maya the Dawn, Flo Milli, Blackpink. I almost called that nigga Daddy Yankee, and that's not his name. Bad Bunny. I've seen who else? Vivian. Yeah, like so, like for me, music is my thing, bro. Like music is that breathes life into me. Like, so like that's just my non-negotiables. I have to go see somebody. Like now, I'm going to Dreamville. So if anybody in North Carolina, let a girl know. No, I will not be at your cousin trip. I ain't your cousin. That's your cousin. And if both of us come, we're not gonna bring all my kids. And I ain't doing that. Listen, the economy is economy, and all 7 of us on the plane ain't working. So when y'all go on y'all cousin trip next year, I will not be there. Oh, I can tell y'all about the time I went to go see what's that nigga name? Ooh, Ariola. Oh, what is that nigga's name? I went to a Take One concert last couple years ago. It was so fun. Your first concert was Sierra and Bow Wow. My first concert was Chris Brown. It was when he was doing the "Let Me Take You Down," and he had the spinny thing. And I don't know nothing about hunching, but he was doing that shit. And woo, I ain't know what was going on, but I liked it. Mine is great. I must have maybe never went on tour. What? I did the Jay-Z and Eminem at Yankee Stadium. That's wild. He said that. Oh, I wish you could. It would be lit. No, it wouldn't. And not Martia and the Brownie Rangers. Scream. No, it would not. No, it would not be lit because I don't know what's on my mouth. It would not be lit. Y'all be. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all think like this is funny and shit on the internet until you meet me in real life, and I'm like this in real life. Like I just do whatever I want on my own. See, I would have caught an assault charge if I was there screaming. Not an assault charge. He was a child. He was like 16. I think I'm gonna do the. What is it? When they were young, I'm gonna do it this year. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I thought it was a scam, but I think I'm gonna do when they were young this year. So I'm gonna look. Look at me put y'all in my business again. Y'all don't need to know this, but I'm still in my emo stage. Just so y'all know, like just so y'all know, I'm still in my emo stage. So like the other day, I was listening to, I got your picture, I'm coming with you. That was my shit, bro. Like oh my god, me and my coworkers, we went to the Ohio State Penn State game. We were shooting content for the Big Ten for the game there, and we went to this like karaoke bar, and they played Teenage Dirtbag, bro. When I say when I say I had not heard that song in years, but I spit that shit bar for fucking bar, bro. My coworker was looking at me like, "Who are you, bro?" Listen, Lincoln Park. What I let me tell you something. I'm so overdramatic. My friends will tell you. Like, I can call my friends and be like, "Yo, let's go to Mexico tomorrow," and they be like, "No," and then I'm gonna be in here playing most depressing fucking songs you can think of. It's so cool because my kids are like actually like getting into that music and stuff. So like I was able to go see Panic at the Disco right before they broke up, like the tour right before they broke up. So now my kids are in the Panic at the Disco. I got to see Fall Out Boy this year when they went on tour, and so like next year, for my birthday, I'm taking my two oldest kids to go see Fall Out Boy. So it's like like it's so cool seeing all of us like in like the same stuff now. But I definitely want to go to those because I heard the Local Neon were lit. No, we're not talking about the hairdo. Oh, we're not talking about the hairdo. Please don't. Let's not. Let's not. Because it was given very much. The hairdo was given very much. Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. If you follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. If you look at my story today, I love Anaheim. I haven't been in 3 years, but absolutely love it. Girl, that's only 30 minutes from us. So if you ever come visit, you would definitely pull up. I met you one time at a birthday party. I came to town, but I'm an instant social cousin. I've been in the corner most of the time. So I don't go to raves. I'm too old for that shit now. Like back in the day, absolutely. Like when I was gonna call it FaceTime. When um when the anime convention used to come to town, what was it called? Comic Con and all that shit used to come to town. They go, what? I used to be the it was giving you date the few list. Okay, all right. Look at me put y'all in my business again. All right, I got something to tell y'all. I got something to tell y'all. I have biracial children. Not the last couple, but like the first couple. So that explains a lot. Oh my god, going to go see Slipknot is on my to-do list. Like, Psychosocial has got to be like my favorite song in the world. And the rain will kill us all. But my hair too long, the headband now. Like, I'm gonna have to cut this shit. Let me tell y'all, when Chief Keef performed at when Chief Keef and all them performed at Dreamville this year, do y'all know how sick I was? I was like, I waited my whole life growing these locks to be able to do this shit. And I was, I had the worst fucking migraine after that, trying to headbang to these songs and stuff. I do have my oldest ones is mixed brownies. Yes, they're what they call them? What's the mixed brownies called with the chocolate chip cookie and the brownie and blondies. I got blondies. I prefer calling them that. You know what they say? Once you go black, you never go back. So yes, I love Comic Con. Can't wait till next year. I think I'm gonna do Otakon. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. I hate flying on the East Coast, but I'm thinking about it. Y'all got me geeking tonight, like for real. No, once you go black, you need a wheelchair. Ah, go to hell. Free. Screaming. You need to create a credit card and stuff. They already have one. They already have one. You got San Diego Comic Con. All right. So I know this might sound crazy, but I have very severe social anxiety, and I just really feel like San Diego's Comic Con would send me into a fucking heart. Like, I don't think I'd be able to handle it. I gotta work my way up there. I looked at credit card, but it was like $500 for the ticket. Yeah, yeah. You see, I ain't go. Huh. I take my ass home. The only convention that's gonna get that kind of money out of me is FinCon. Period. And that's because I know what I'm getting when I go there. I'm getting my money's worth at FinCon. That's the only convention out of me. And then Beyonce. That's it. Everybody else, not happening. I'm good. What y'all doing up this late on the East Coast? And it's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. What y'all doing? Not me catching up on these comments. Hmm. Oh, what did I touch? Oh, there we go. There we go. That yeah, there's a credit con. They also have it was so crazy because like they have like a credit card convention, and so it's 10 o'clock. Oh, not it's only 10 o'clock. Let me tell you something. I'll be in the bed by like actually you lucky if I ain't sleep by 6:30 for real for real. But they have a credit card convention. Um, and my business card was better than his one credit card he was passing out. So like that was a slight flex. But yeah, so they have a credit card convention. I'm thinking about going to that though, low key. I'll keep y'all posted. Y'all know I'll tell y'all I'm up in this anyway. I'll let y'all know if I go and if it's worth it. What would make you quit drinking Pepsi? Clearly, it's not my health because diabetes at all. Y'all see, I can throw my bitch back. Um, I don't know. Mm. You know what's so crazy? I'm getting more and more into my health. Moving to LA, I will say that like that's one of those. That's one like moving to LA. Not my mama ain't raised. No, that's what I used to say when everybody used to ask me. Don't laugh at me, y'all. But I used to smoke cigarettes. It's common in the military. It's common in the military. Like I used to smoke cigarettes when everybody used to be like, "When you gonna quit?" And I used to be like, "I'm not ain't reasonable." But since living in LA, I've become a lot more health conscious. So, like y'all know, I wear my aura ring. And for those of you who don't know what this is, it is a smart ring. I'll show y'all on TikTok, and then I'll show y'all up here. It's a smart ring. I got a Peloton that's sitting behind my desk over there that y'all can't see, and I'm on it. I'm meditating. I'm doing yoga. I'm in Pilates now. I got a gym membership. It's like It's like as I'm getting like I don't eat out. Like I'm a big. You know, I always put y'all in my business. When I was living in Virginia, right, I was spending about $300 a month just on DoorDash. And so since moving to California, I'm down to like less than $100. In some months, I don't order anything. But I've been doing really, really well with like starting to eat from home and drinking more water. It's very rare that you'll catch me without my cup. Shout out to everybody that read Fourth Wing. That's my shit. But yes, I even work out at those hotel conferences. Like, let me tell y'all, like I'm really getting into it. So I think it's coming and I can feel it. Like I don't want it as much. Um, to be honest with y'all, um, I don't think I don't know if I'll ever give it up. It's a little sentimental to me too. But I've cut back a tremendous amount from what I was drinking previously. And who knows? I don't know the future, but I do see it coming. Like I can see it on the horizon. It's just so hard to imagine. They was trying to get me to drink that TV static. Y'all know the seltzer waters or whatever the fuck. I don't like that shit though. They was talking about, oh, you can just substitute Pepsi for this. That shit is nasty. And yes, they was I'm not drinking that shit. What is an aura ring? So it's spelled OURA. And for those of y'all who got money still left in y'all FSA, you can be honest with that. But it's a smart ring. Damn, I was about to say, I'll show you on my phone. Oh, on my phone. Oh, thank you so much, Ginger. He said he wants to send me books for cooking and health. I'll take the book for health and then pass Chavez the books for cooking. Cool, cool. Because I'm not cooking. But it's a smart ring. It tracks my. It started with just tracking like my sleep. Now it tracks my sleep, my activity. It tracks my stress levels. I've never had a more accurate tracker for my period. Like, and it's just made me more conscientious of a lot of the decisions that I'm making throughout the day. That impact things like my sleep and my water intake and da da da. It's not a bling. It's literally just a ring. I feel like it's a little bit more accurate than my Apple Watch because I do have one of those as well. I definitely feel like it's a little bit more accurate than that. And it goes with, I'm in my goal era, so it'd be like going with all my stuff. See, this is a new one. Y'all haven't seen this yet. I got this from Giving Keys, and I really suggest y'all look into that organization. I absolutely adore them. These keys say dream and inspire. And then this is one of my Giving Keys necklaces. This one says, "This too shall pass." I don't know if you see that shit. But Giving Keys is a company where, like, when you buy stuff from them, they donate a lot of money to help homeless people. And like the point of the Giving Keys is you get a key where a key is gifted to you when you need it the most, right? So the words that are often written on these keys, yeah, you can get them customized too, but the words that are on these keys are supposed to give you whatever it is you need. So, like for example, this says this too shall pass. We go through a lot of shit in our personal life, and so it's just a reminder that I'm gonna get through it. And then one day when I find somebody who might need this more than I'm saying me, or if I feel like I'm in a good place and I feel like somebody else could use that strength, you're supposed to gift them the key or gift them the jewelry. And like it's like a pay it forward kind of thing. And then they do the same thing. It just kind of percolates around. And I was introduced to them a couple years ago. And it's actually a tradition that I've now started with my kids. I have four girls and a boy. And so when my daughter turned 12 this year, I gifted her her first key. And we talked about the story behind it, and I talked about how I got my first key, and things like that. So oh man, it's amazing. It's really cool, like to be a part of that, have that as a part of my story, and to be a part of someone else's story when it's time to pass on my. So, ladies and fellas, they got jewelry on there for y'all too, but like I I need a little extra love, and so I decided to get myself some things and bought one for someone else as well. And yeah, so shout out to Giving Cookies. Definitely give them, shout them out and check them out. I absolutely adore them. See, y'all talking about wallet activism. I really believed in the company. I really believed in their mission, so I don't mind spending my money with them. I can't do herringbone because, oh my god, she can't do herringbone because they was going to like be grabbing all her hand stuff back here for white people who don't know what a kitchen is. That's your kitchen back here. That's your kitchen back here. I got on a headband. That's why mines look like something. It's so funny because like sometimes I'll be making jokes and shit on my Instagram story, and then I gotta put like a disclaimer for the white people to explain what it means. If you meet income requirements, would credit matter still? And the answer is yes. Now, it's also at the discretion of the company that you're applying with. So they could make an exception for you if you make a good enough case or if you show that, like she said, and we appreciate. They can make an exception for you if they want to, but more than likely, even if you meet the income requirements, what they really like, you can make as much money as you want now. That's cool. But your credit is what shows them the long-term view. Like, yeah, you getting money now, nigga, but like what you be doing with that money? You get what I'm saying? Like your credit shows them whether or not you pay your bills on time. At the end of the day, you making all this money, but are you paying your bills with it? And so that's why a lot of times, even when you do meet the income requirements, whether or not you feel the credit. But now, if you let's say you work with somebody or like a debt management company or something like that, and like you can get paperwork sometimes that will allow them to make an exception in your case. So like if you're on a payment plan with a previous if you want a payment plan with a previous apartment, right, that you had got put out of, or you broke the lease or whatever, you owe a debt with them, and you go to apply for another one, and they'd be like, "We can't take you because you still owe them people money." You can get on a payment plan with them, submit a copy of that payment plan, and as long as it doesn't impact like your income and all that stuff, like to the point where it would disqualify you, a lot of times they'll let you fine. So it's really just dependent on the company. I saw the message pop up. You know me, I love a good book. You know I'm gonna order it. I'm about to be in debt due to owing taxes. I keep my exemptions at 0. Girl, I should punch you in your throat. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You can at least put one. Because they be asking for $500 application fees just to deny you. So it actually came out that was a scam. They was doing that shit on like rentals.com and Zillow and all that shit. They was charging people. They would put these houses up knowing that they're not about to rent to nobody or they already had somebody in mind, collecting all the application fees, taking the house down, and then they'll put the house back up a couple months later. So it was really weird, and I hate that. I hate places that even charge you an application fee. Like for me, a lot of times I need to have a conversation with the property owner. I want to go tour the property and all of that shit before I even think about giving you the money. Because I never forget when I was moving out here, I went to go look at a spot. The thing about California that threw me off, so for those of us who live on the East Coast, they put two houses on one lot. So where it would normally be one house and you might have like a decent sized yard, bro, it's two fucking houses. And then like y'all share a driveway. So fucking lousy. I've never seen that shit in my life before moving to California. And like, and like they they like they wanted me to fill out an application before I even went and looked at the house. They wouldn't even give me the address. And they was like, we need you to fill out $100 application for every person over 18. Excuse me? Baby, you got me living in somebody's backyard. I had to check on Google Maps, like, bro, like I was like searching the images on Google. You got me living in somebody's backyard, but you want me to pay $100 just for an application fee? Bitch, how much is the rent? Like I'm telling you, it's they be really scamming with that shit. They really scamming with that shit. She said bills is banking me and I can't win. You can. You just gotta. I always tell people, all right, so check this out. So I was going. I mean, we're talking about it tomorrow in the credit builder workshop. But for those of you who are struggling, like with the money shit, and like you just feel like it could be a very real issue that you are not making enough money. That is a very real issue that a lot of people in America are facing right now. Let's be clear. However, in order to truly understand if that's the problem or if you're the problem, you gotta sit down with your money and you gotta be honest with yourself. No, like I'm talking, turn your phone off, turn the TV off, turn the computer off, no music, no nothing. Pull the last 3 months of your finances. So October, November, December. Print them off. Like print out your bank statements. You get them every month. Print out your bank statements and sit there and I want you to highlight your spending. I want you to go through and highlight what the fuck you spending your money on and see where you can cut. Everybody be like, oh, I ain't got nothing to cut. Da 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 da. You got something to cut. I promise you got something to cut. And then the money you cut, that's all about, all right, what can I do this? Because a lot of times we be robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you need to be robbing Paul to pay Peter to pay that off quicker so that the interest rate is higher. That way you can go back to paying Paul and not worrying about Peter. You get what I'm saying? I know that's so confusing, but yeah, no telling myself I'm fine, I'll make it back. Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Brandy. $25 an hour is nothing in today's society. That's considered low class. Now, you are absolutely right. It's not a livable wage. It is not a livable wage. But every time we argue about raise the wage, they just want to raise the fucking income, the fucking prices on everything else too. It's so frustrating. I have a question. Why are you so pretty? All right, I'm trying to be weird. Haha. How are you? Excuse me? That's weirdos. Weirdos going weird. That's really weird. But I mean, I get it from my mom. Period. 'Cause my mother a bad bitch. Peter and Paul is a hell. Go to hell. My ADHD is not gonna let me do things without music. Yo, so like I've been obsessed with lo-fi music. Y'all know I get in my moods. I've been obsessed with lo-fi music. It started with just anime lo-fi. Like I was just like I was watching Jujutsu Kaisen and all that shit. I see the book. That's what it is. Um, it started like Jujutsu Kaisen. I love y'all know Full Metal Alchemist is my comfort show. I like what was the other songs I like? They got some Cowboy Bebop on there. I got some Bleach on there. I got My Hero Academia, of course. But like I was addicted to the anime lo-fi because I don't know fucking words some songs, no way. And now it's drifting into I was in here listening to Mask Off lo-fi. Like, bro, like what? How we feel about Sword Art Online? 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. I put in Japanese profile on Spotify. I'll be sharing my playlist and shit. I'm gonna start sharing my playlist again on Instagram. I used to share them on my story because I'm a huge Spotify junkie. Every morning I have different songs on my feel good morning playlist based on what I've been listening to. And I always share it with y'all so y'all can listen and shit like that. You do budgeting on the side. That's a part of my financial counseling. Go to my website. I don't even know, or like call this. So bad, man. Why ain't call him? So we can talk. Tell him give you my number. We can talk. I'm on Apple Music. Oh, oh. Attack on Titan, that's my shit. And I had an electric from Austin. I forgot about that came along. That's what, but I can still love it and pay it. Yeah, so once you pay it, that will come off your credit. So you ain't gotta worry about that. So I would go ahead and pay it so that you don't gotta worry about that shit when it's time to move. I fuck with SEO, FMA, and sales at work. I have not watched. Oh, all right. Y'all gonna judge me. So y'all know I'm in my lover girl stage, right? So like, I've been watching Fruits Basket. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I've been watching Fruits Basket. Fruits Basket. I'm about to finish. I've been dragging my feet to finish this season of Jujutsu Kaisen because I only got the subbed episodes left. And y'all know I be trying multitasking. I don't got time to just be eyes glued to the TV reading the fucking subtitles. So I'm gonna finish that though. And then of course I'm rewatching. I want to rewatch Fire Force because y'all know that's the prequel to Soul Eater, which is top 5 in my opinion. So I want to rewatch it to see what gems I get. So you know that. You know that now. But yeah. How you stress that you and fruit? Go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. Y'all don't stop talking about my accent. And you know what's so crazy? It's not that bad. Like when I go home and come back, it be bad again. Yes. Oh my God. See, boom. Yes. Okay. So Fire Force is the prequel to Soul Eater. And you can kind of tell because like the animation is very similar in certain instances. Like for example, the shark teeth that Yo got, very similar to Soul's teeth. Let me tell you, it's all in the same universe. I also never finished Mob 100, I think. I don't think I've ever finished that. So I'm on it then. I low key couldn't get into it, but I did pick it out. It's slow, it's a slow burn, bro, but I promise it's good. I promise it's good. You know, we didn't talk about books, y'all. Books. Let me tell you. So, for those of y'all who don't know, I am on week 100, I think, or like week 100 starts on Monday. So for 100 weeks straight, I've read at least one book. Right? Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. But it ain't all the books you think. It's not all self-help books and shit like that. Because I'll be damned if I sit there and read Atomic Habits over and over. Hey, that's lit! Oh, that's so cool. Thank you. Tell him who you are again. Oh, things. Look, we are all Kiki and shit. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Marquia. I'm known as the Money Plug here on social media. I'm an accredited financial counselor through the EFCPE. I'm also a board certified credit score consultant, a board certified credit repair specialist, and a certified financial education instructor. My whole purpose for being here and being in your face and being on social media is to help you guys change your relationship with money, help you, like, figure out what financial success looks like for you, and then do whatever we got to do to get you there, right? Especially when it comes to credit. Black people don't really understand what credit is. We think if we got enough money, we don't need credit. Fuck credit. I don't need that. I just put that shit on my kid's name, right? No, we don't do that here. So you're all about learning about finances in a way that actually feels relatable to you and a way that you can actually understand instead of people just like saying shit to you. Wow. Speaking of books, how do you read them so fast? You got a whole book on a flight once I heard. I have. I've always, this is a light flight. Um, I've been able to read since I was about 4. I've been reading on the college reading level since I was about 5. I read Gifted Hands by Ben Carson in kindergarten. Like I'm a bookie. I absolutely devour books. Like I remember when Harry Potter and the very last one, I can't remember what it's called right now. The Deathly Hallows. I remember when that book came out. Oh, The Cursed Child. I read that shit in like a couple hours. Yes. Um, but I've always like you gotta think, I was the second kid. Me and my sister was really close, and she was already advanced by the time I came along. And my mom was really in the books growing up. Like I was I had no business, but I was being like her Jerome Dickey. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm reading. And like I read what's that called? What is that? A Raisin in the Sun. I know why the cage bird sings. Like I lived a very sheltered life. shout out to my mom. I absolutely hated going through it, but I was a very sheltered life, and one of the things that she required was we had to do book reports. So, like, she would pick out these very, like, books, obviously. She would pick out shit she would read, and then, like, we would have to read them and do book reports on them. So, like, reading has always been a thing for me, and then growing up, I was on the debate team. I ended up being captain of my debate team for a really long time. And so, like, reading and comprehending and ingesting, and then having to then, not necessarily regurgitate what I'm saying, but having to create arguments from the facts that I got out of those reading sessions quickly, right? Because you only got a certain amount of time. Like, I've been able to perfect that craft through being on the debate team. I had a very promising career in that. And so I caught up with the wrong crowd and I got in some trouble. And so, yeah, definitely shout out to my mom. Like, she did the damn thing with like nothing. And so shout out to her. But like, I've always been super into books. If you want me to read anything, put that shit in a book. I promise I'm gonna devour it. Like now, I got books all over my room. I've been reading two, three, four books at a time. Plus, I got something else on the audio book, and and it's not just me looking at the words. Like I can tell you everything that happened in these books. It's one of those things where it's like it's not on you, it's in you. Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. Screaming. It's not on you, it's in you, and I've just always been that way. Yeah, I get that a lot. He said I hear it. I get that a lot. I was just gonna ask about the book club. You can still sign up for the wait list. I was trying to wait till I got to a certain amount, but we act like January we getting on it. I did already put together a nice little list of books that I want to go through. And I know I want to or whatever, but I did add some professional development books on there because like everybody don't like to read porn like me. So let me tell y'all something. Mm, let me just say, I read some books, okay? I read some books, okay? It's the truth. Let me tell you something. You gotta read. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna say one word. I'm gonna say one book title, and if you read it, you're gonna get it instantly. And if you haven't read it, search it and see what people say about it. Priest. It's a book called Priest. Let me tell you something. I ain't never been into the church. I ain't never really been into the Catholic Church and all that shit. Oh, baby, but I was into it. You hear me? I was into it. Okay. Woo! Mm, mm, mm. You know what's so crazy? Um, yeah, I tried to get my homeboy to read it because like all my friends see that I'm like really into books. Like I told y'all, next week I'm on my 100-week streak for how many books I've been reading or whatever. And I tried to get my homeboy to read Priest. Oh, he said the cover is wild. Yeah, like I had my homeboy read Priest, and he's like, Marquis, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't want to walk around with a hard one all day. What is wrong with you? I don't want that problem, so I get to read what the fuck I want. Like for example, so this cup is from Fourth Wing. I ordered it off of Etsy. Shout out to me. But Fourth Wing was a really, really good book that came out by Rebecca Yarros. And the second book just came out recently. Oh, y'all didn't see it. Y'all can't see it. Y'all keep forgetting about this camera up here. Sorry. I'm all in the TikTok camera, forgetting about StreamYard up here. Can you see it a little bit? Oh, there we go. So cool. Really cool. Really detailed. Um, and It's about this is based off of a book. Um, and I didn't even think I was really like when I was younger. I read like Aragon and shit like that, and Eldest and shit like that. I haven't really been into fantasy since then. Um, damn good book. I read all the After Story books. Listen, and if you like audiobooks, if you really like graphic audiobooks, I've been putting all of my friends onto those because really, I don't think that there's nobody who dislikes reading. I just think you haven't found your thing yet. You just haven't found your thing. Graphic audiobooks is like watching movies without the video. When I tell y'all, I'm like, so graphic audio, it's like an audiobook, but with a full cast. And then they also have background noises. So, like in the story, if they're walking through the woods, yes, I see Sierra Simone. Woo! I read Ender's Game. One of my favorite books. I haven't seen James Howard on here. But like graphic audiobooks, like if they're walking through the woods, you'll hear footsteps crunching on the snow or like on the leaves and shit. You hear birds, you hear the wind blowing. Yeah, sex. Like, oh my god, so good. I don't think I read Legend. I gotta check. I know I read Ender's Game. That's one of my favorite books growing up. I was sick about the movie. The movie was ass. Let me see. I got a couple books down here with me. Let me see. I got let's see. Budgeting for Dummies by Athena. Shout out to Money Smart Latina, right? I actually met her. Mhm. I have Stamped from the Beginning, a graphic history of racist ideas in America. Very fucking good book. Um, TikTok gonna move you to big book talk in a minute. Like it's graphic, like a graphic novel of all the racist shit America has done. So dope. Totally suggested. Um, I have an autographed copy. Oh, thank you so much. He said congratulations to you on all your accomplishments. I have an autographed copy of So This Is Why I'm Broke by Melissa. I absolutely love this book. Melissa John Baptiste. This is one of my favorite books from this year, actually. This is definitely on the book club list. Really, really good book. What else I got over here? Hmm, let's see. I got Twice as Hard. This is actually a piece of cake by Cupcake Brown. Ooh, no. Hmm. I haven't watched. I'm watching Leave the World Behind tonight. Twice as Hard is a really, 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 really good book. It's about navigating Black stereotypes and creating space for success. Very, very good book for Black people to read. Yeah, I absolutely adore books. Like books are my life. That and pops. If anybody know me, y'all know I collect pops. I'm definitely looking on your website. I need price for budget and trying to be able to save and move out of Baltimore. I definitely get that. Girl, yes. I don't know why you ain't never told Chavez to give you my phone number before now. I'm going to email you the Amazon link. You have to. It's a memoir. Okay, yes, email it to me. Let me tell you, if y'all ever got a book y'all want me to read and review for y'all and be like, is this a good book to read? Send it to me. I'm going to tell you, send it to me. Send it to me. I'm actually traveling to Seattle at the end of the month, so I need some books to read, in the airport and shit. How long we been live? Oh my god, I've been talking to y'all for almost 2 hours. Warhammer 40K novels. What have you going crazy? Mm. So let me tell y'all. So, which book app do you recommend? I have Kindle Unlimited. So I pay about $15 a month and I get access to as many books as I want. And to me, that makes sense because again, I read a lot of books. Like if I have time, I could literally read a new book every single day on Kindle Unlimited. I've done it. I was actually the longest daily streak that I had was 114, and the only reason I accidentally broke the streak is because we were driving from Virginia to California when I moved here, and we drove the whole way, like, we didn't make no stops, so I didn't really have time to read 'cause I was driving the whole time. But yeah, like, I'm a book one of my favorite books that I like that really got me going into because I'm really into, like, romance. Yes, I've read Money Psychology. I read all the big books that you can think of, but, like, I hate just talking about personal, like, finance books or, like, habit books because, like, it's just boring. I like mafia romances. I like, meet cutes. I like, um, enemies to lovers romance. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all, I read the Tessa Bailey books, the Colleen Hoovers, Rebecca Yarros, Lily Rose. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Or is it Lily Gold? What's her name? I gotta see. I think it's Lily Gold. Yep. If you know, you know, it's Lily Gold. I love. She just emailed me. I'm about to look it up now. Um, I'm about to go to my email right now so we can look it up. Make sure I got your email. Right? It's not supposed to be fun to be together. Right. So here's the link for the what? Hooba! I thought that was you. Screaming. I did not know that was you, girl. Okay, I'm gonna read it. Read it. I'm screaming. I want to talk about reading. I don't know if that's like a publicly available exam. I know they make you do it because, like, my kids had to like. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I was homeschooling my kids up until this year, so we've been homeschooling since pre-pandemic. So like August 2019 was when I formally pulled them out of school, but we have been going throughout the summer. And we just stopped homeschooling this school year, and when the kids transitioned from homeschooling to public school, they had to take an exam, and that exam told the school what grade level they like were on and stuff like that. And so like schools give those tests. That's how I found. That's how my mom found out that I was like fucking advanced. Now when it comes to math, that's one of them Asian traits that was not passed down to me by my ancestors. Hmm. Reading though, I'm your girl. I have a whole library of self-help business, but fiction for a break in reality. This is not healthy, but I'm really big on escapism. So when my life goes, let me tell you something. And if you know me personally, like you'll know this, but like shit hit the fan, I'm gonna get into and read a book. Like that's my go-to. That's my go-to. If I'm getting stressed out, I'm gonna get into and read a book. Like maybe not in that order, but yeah, that's my shit. I love reading. I love kind of falling into the worlds of different people, realizing that other people got problems way bigger than me, even though it's fake shit. But it's fun, right? Like I just love it. It's just so much fun to me. It's so like I have a really hard time explaining to people why I like it so much. My go-to is cry. I guess we're not. Oh, Brady, please. No, I'm a crybaby. I be telling people like I'm a bucket of water. Do you hear me? Because I'm gonna cry over anything. Even if I got it figured out, I'm gonna cry first. Just might as well. I like fiction reads. The I think I'm getting into thrillers because The Perfect Marriage really fucked me up. For those of y'all who didn't see my review I did on it, like I'll email my professors, maybe they can help me. Absolutely, you should be able to. The Perfect Marriage was a book that I read a couple of weeks ago, um, and it was a thriller. And it was outside of my normal genre. Somebody suggested it to me. So of course, I was reading it and blew my fucking mind. And so now I have added some thriller books to my TBR. Um, Next year, like 2024, I'm going to be using Goodreads to track my books. So that it's not just Kindle books I'm tracking. I'm going to be using Goodreads too. So if y'all want to follow me on Goodreads, send me y'all links and shit. You can send it on whatever platform you see me on right now. But yeah, send y'all links. I would absolutely love to share with y'all. I wanna see what y'all reading and show you what I'm reading so we can just read it together or whatever. And then I am starting a book club, and I'm gonna tell y'all now, it's not all self-help books and shit like that. Like we reading books, okay? So I do have a wait list for the book club because I said I was gonna start it in January. Because I like reading, I would love to do it. Al Capone Does My Tricks was a dope book. Really? I read Pimp. For those of y'all who have never read that book, it was a really eye-opening book. Something else that was like not my usual reads. And then like shit. I just read a couple. I read Neon God, was really fucking. But there's another series that's like a modern day retelling of Hades and Persephone, and I'm a huge fan of Greek mythology. Um, there's like a modern retelling of it. Like, there's a couple of 'em. Neon Gods was good, but what the fuck is that? Chaos or Chaos, I forgot, but it's really, really good. Y'all gotta look it up. But like I said, I have a Kindle Unlimited subscription, so for 50 bucks a month, it allows me to like rent as many books as I can handle. And then I also have an Audible subscription where every month, I'm about to look it up right now. I'm about to look up Neon Guards is by Kate. That's this book. I read the first one and the second one. Kate Robert, yep. And then what the fuck? It's like a touch of darkness. I want to. Yep, A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. So far, that is my favorite modern retelling of Hades and Persephone, but, um, I'm waiting on the last one to come out, but damn, is it good. Ooh, is it good. But Neon Gods is more realistic. A Touch of Darkness does have, like, aspects of, like, magic and shit in it, and, like, they're actually gods and goddesses, whereas in Neon Gods, they're people with titles. So it's really cool. I think financial crime books, Ponzi schemes, crypto scams, RICO cases, and international sanctions on this shit. Now, I like watching those. Like I'm telling you, I've been watching. I feel like I work for fucking Department of Homeland Security the way I've been watching them smuggler TV shows and shit. Like I love watching docu series and stuff like that, but I don't like reading it. Are you open to horror? Absolutely, Absolutely. Send it my way. I love me. Let me tell you something. I'm a huge, huge Stephen King fan. I'm saying huge, really big, really big. Did y'all see they released the flight list? The list of people who was on flights with Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump was on there? There's more people on there, but I wasn't scrolling through all this shit. What is that one book you will never give up? Harry Potter. You know how many times I've gone back and reread that shit over the years? Like, absolutely, it's Harry Potter. It's not even Twilight, which is crazy. I was obsessed with the books, not the movies. I was obsessed with the Twilight books. And it's crazy because, like, I was obsessed at the time. At the same time, was Twilight and Pretty Little Liars. For those of y'all who don't know, it was a TV show that used to come on. I think it was called Freeform now, but it used to be like ABC. And oh, yes, send me that, Akiba. But Pretty Little Liars were a series of books, and the books were way different than the show. Hi, are you still in Baltimore? I don't live there, but if you need help, I can help you in Baltimore. You have a bond for this state. That is the series though, so which book was your favorite? Out of all the Harry Potter books, my favorite was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is my favorite. Now, if and this is also hard because mine's change depending on like what's going on or like when the last time I read it. So like right now, the books I keep going back to are The Spanish Love Deception. I know that's such okay, so for those of you who have seen my tattoo and don't know what it says, it says hopeless romantic. That describes me pussy. Because I'm such a sap. And The Spanish Love Deception is one of my favorite love stories. Even though it's a very similar, like a very common trope and everything. I just love how it was written. Like, I absolutely love it. And that's one of my favorite books that I've been going back and that and The Alchemist by Paul Coelho. I've been going back and reading them a lot this year. Like if I'm in a book slump, like yo, I don't know if y'all read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame, but when I tell y'all I was in tears by the time I finished Iron Flame, and I was in such a book slump. Um, so like I went back and reread all of my shit. Yes, you are so clutch with people. Dawson has been watching the movies for the whole time. I don't know if I'll read the books, they're huge. The books are way better than the movie. I'm gonna be real with you. Like the books blow the movies out the water, without a doubt. A lot of people don't like the movies, especially watching them now as an adult. It don't have that same magical aspect because you gotta think all the little like effects and shit back then looked lit, but like you looking at it now, and this shit look fucking stupid. Like my least favorite Harry Potter book and movie is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And like I will literally skip that movie if I get the option to. Like I don't a lot of times, but like if nobody else want to watch them, I'm skipping. Damn, do I gotta read them? So you don't have to understand the movies, but it's a lot of stuff that the movies left out. Like, it's a lot of stuff the movies left out. I absolutely love the books. And it's so cool because like not all of my kids, but some of my kids are picking up on my love for books. My 8-year-old is a fucking whiz. Like she flies through books. Like we watched the show on Netflix, Nimona. If you have kids, really good book with a really good, I mean, really good movie with a really good message. But Kindle Unlimited also has it available as a graphic novel. For those of you who didn't know, Kindle Unlimited um offers graphic novels and they move. So like they're not necessarily animated, but the panels move to help kids read them or whatever. Um, and we've been reading that together, and she loves it. Like she devours books like I do. Like, she's a little queen. I hate my sister's keep for the movie, but the book I was right. Same thing with the color purple. I didn't really. I mean, don't get me wrong, the book is a classic, but my passport comes tomorrow, but I can't post it because of the passport bros. Where you going? Where you going? I would tell y'all, but I ain't telling y'all that. But Ginger, if you see my Facebook post for my birthday, it's lit. I felt that about the Giver and the Hunger Games. Yo, yeah, Hunger Games, the books was way better than Hunger Games, the movie. You know the worst. My grandmother has all the books. Bro, I no, let me look. Yeah, you guys can go for my birthday this year. I'm not doing a group trip. I made plans and then I invited everybody because I ain't got time for everybody to be like, I wanna go, and then fall through. You know how people go. Yeah, I'm gonna I'm excited. What other books have I read lately that like really captivated? Avatar. So A Court of Thorn and Roses. I know y'all been seeing it on Book Talk or whatever. Oh, I remember now. Yeah. I know y'all been seeing it on Book Talk or whatever, and like, yeah, it got smut in it, but like not that much in the first book. But it's such a good story. Like if the first book is a slow burn, but baby, once the shit happens, it happens. Woo! It happens. And then like such a beautiful love story comes out of it. Several beautiful love stories comes out of it. Um, I can't wait till this last one come out. But A Court of Thorn and Roses was a good series. I often reread or re-listen to the graphic audio versions of that series. What's another books that I've been rereading? Off topic. Someone else who's listening. Karma, karma, karma. That's what you get. Ah, they are too thick for my liking. Don't look at how thick it is. Don't look at how thick it is. Like, don't look, just read it. Just read it and see if you like. I don't even look at how many pages a book has. I will literally just start reading. Like I hate when Kindle remind me how far I've gotten in a book because then once I get hit 50, I just get instantly depressed because I'm like, fuck, it's almost over. And one of my biggest rules for people who like want to get into reading or for people who like think they want to read some books and like they just don't know why it's not clicking. Bro, if you're reading a book and you don't like that shit, stop reading. Stop reading. Stop reading. Let me tell you something. It's this book that everybody was recommending to me in these Facebook groups called Den of Vipers. I do not kink shame. That is not my thing. Baby, I mm, I can't handle certain shit. And I did not we call it DNF in it. I didn't finish it. Did not finish. DNF'd it. Another book, I was trying to get I struggled through it, but I tried to get my homegirl to read it. Credence, she DNF'd it. Um, what's another book? It wasn't even that. Like they was into like knife play and like woo. Oh, how did I forget about a series of unfortunate events? Bro, that series for me was life. Like every time a new book came out, bro, we was at Barnes and Nobles, and I like we didn't have a lot of money growing up, and my mother wasn't about to buy that shit. So I would sit if you're from Baltimore, the Barnes and Nobles that used to be downtown, down there where the Hard Rock Cafe used to be, I it was nothing to catch me in the aisle. My first date, ironically, was at that Barnes Nobles. My first date was we went out to eat, we went to the movies, and we came to Barnes Nobles, and we sat in the aisles and read manga. Shout out. You know what? I still see him pop up occasionally on social media. Shout out to Tremar. He's really sweet guy. I'm not kink shaming. I'm just kink asking why. Okay. Goosebumps. I tried to get my kids into Goosebumps, y'all. They wasn't feeling it. Now my oldest daughter did like the Boxcar Kids, the Babysitter Club books, because you know they redid those. But she does like the Babysitter Club books. Um, but like the OG shit, like y'all remember them old choose your own adventure books? My kids don't be into that shit either. That shit was the flip the page 73. Uh, uh, flip the page 35. The end. Stop. And then you gotta start all over. Yo, those books used to give me life. Oh, those books used to give me life. I've always, like, I'm telling you, I've always been into books. I've always just loved reading and like going into these different universes and just experiencing. I'm a very empathetic person, and so like experiencing all the feelings of the characters, especially when it's like, because I'm real big on it's got to be written well. And if it ain't, I promise I'll put that shit down. Miss Curran King's Home for Peculiar Children. That sounds so familiar, but I don't know if I read it. But I absolutely love reading. Like, oof, oof, I absolutely love it. It's my shiz. Some more books I've been rereading and rereading. What am I reading right now? On my Kindle and see what I got on my Kindle. Right. Oh, with my iPad. Let's see what I'm reading, y'all. I just finished a book yesterday. I fuck myself. I hate when that happens. All right, so I'm reading a couple different books right now. So what did I just finish? I think I returned it already. I finished. Ooh, ooh, Dawson. Frank. You know what book was really good? I typically don't like military books. I absolutely abhor military books. Military books. There's a book. There is a book. First of all, y'all know I'm obsessed with Rebecca Yarros. She's written a lot of different books outside of Fourth Wing, and a lot of people, not that they don't know it, they don't give a shit. It's all they ever liked was Fourth Wing about her. But I went back and I started rereading her stuff because I'm the books I'm waiting for because they pushed back the release date for the graphic audio version of Fourth Wing. Hold on, I'm trying to go to her profile. So I can show you her. Yeah, you can tell she loves military heroes because she did this book. What is it called? The Last Letter. The military thing because we just feel like people just don't get it right. It don't feel real. You can tell when people have not lived that experience. My fucking God. She wrote this book, The Last Letter. When I tell y'all, that shit had me in fucking like such a good book. Such a good I won't cry this thing. Such a good fucking book. Such a good book. And then like so then I also read In the Likely Event by her. Which is another military kind of book. Like it's these two people. And one cool thing about her book, those two books specifically that she did, and then this other book that I'm reading, I'm about to start from her called The Things We Leave Unfinished. She does this thing where she time jumps in the books. So in the last letter, the premise of the story is that um, this guy, his friend, he don't have a family. He grew up in a foster care system, joined the military as soon as he was old enough, and he was out. Like he said, fuck all them people. He ain't really fucking nobody. It was just he specialized. So you know, them niggas in tunnel was just like it's a job. That's all he had. So one of his buddies on deployment with him, his best friend, was like, "Yo, like you know, I talked to my sister about you, and I think you need a pen pal, bro. You lonely as fuck. Like you look crazy. So just write her, yo. She don't know you. Like you don't gotta give her your real name. Obviously, OPSEC and all that shit." So like they start writing back and forth. And so the story bounces between their letters, and they're not in chronological order either, and what's happening in real time. And in real time, her brother dies. Um, her brother dies, and he's killed in action. And that prompts the best friend to get out of the military. And in his death letter, if you've been in the military, you know, in his death letter, he requested that his best friend go home and take care of his sister because one of her kids was diagnosed with cancer right before he passed. And it was also something that she shared with the guy in the letters that they were sending back and forth. But you gotta think she don't know his real name. He know her real name and he know who he's writing letters to, but she don't really know this name. And so like he pops up in her life and he's like, your brother sent me, and she don't know that it's the same person. So like the book bounces between what's going on in the present time and then like the letters they were sending back and forth. And it's just so well written and so captivating and so raw and so well written. The book was so fucking good. It's called The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. So fucking good. Like literally had me in tears. Sounds much different than Military Wife Survivor Guide. Shut the fuck up. Why are you so funny? And then in the likely event, yo, this shit was wild. So in the likely event, also by Rebecca Yarros, starts off with these two random ass people getting on a plane. This one girl was like, "You in my seat," and he was like, "Oh, I just received somebody like this. Not really my seat. Like you want it?" And she's like, "No, because she's scared of planes. It was a window seat." So she was like, "No, like you can stay there or whatever." Da da da. So like they get to talking, and he know like he's on his way to basic training, and she's on her way home from school um, like just to visit family or whatever. And they're talking on the plane, and he's trying to help her through the takeoff, and the plane crashes. The plane goes down, and they're in the emergency seat. So, like, everybody gets off the plane and they survive. It's a very traumatic experience, and that experience kind of bonds them. And like life and fate keeps having these people bumping into each other like throughout their lives. And so she kept doing the time jump thing. It bounces between present day and like she's now she works in the like she's like an aide to a senator or something. And this is during the drawdown in Afghanistan. Um and she goes to Afghanistan on behalf of the senator to help with the drawdown, help with optics, process visas and shit like that to get the people out of there as the country is falling back to the Taliban because it's the drawdown. It's so accurate as to like what's going on and shit like that, but it balances between all the times that life had them bumping into each other throughout the years since the plane crash, leading up to what's going on in that moment. So it's so cool. That's called what's it called? Oh, I'm gonna get the title right. In the likely event. So fucking good. Oh, fucking good. Oh, and I usually do not like military books at all. As soon as they say something about the military, I just be like, I roll. But it was actually really good. It was really good, written really well, really respectfully. Let me say that. It was really written very respectfully. And then if y'all into study books, I just finished He's So Slick. I have no idea who recommended that shit to me. I'll give it like a 2 out of 10 plot wise, but smut wise, it's a lot. You know, we don't kink shame here, but god damn. What's another one I've read recently? Oh, I'm just gonna grab a list from you. No, for real. All I do is read, girl. All I do is read. I read this series. It's called the Reynolds Protective Group series. Um, I told someone to sign up for your seminar, and they said they don't need it. Hey, y'all know my business. Y'all know me. I always tell y'all, I am not in the business of convincing people. If you still need to be convinced, I am not the person for you. But once you're ready, I got you. But it's this series called the Reynolds Protective Group, and it's all about these brothers, Hunter, Archer, Gunner, and Ranger. And the reason I read the series is because the very last book in the series, I think, which is Ranger, the main character of the book is based off of Dr. Spencer Reed from Criminal Minds, the little nerdy nigga. And y'all know I like me. Don't do that. I was about to say, y'all know I like me a nerdy nigga, but she's so immature, screaming. Hey, bro, yeah, like if they don't want it, they don't want it. But I'm telling you, that was a really good series, and it was written really well as well. But yeah, but like if you want to talk professional development, Amplify Your Influence by Renee Rodriguez. I read that this year. That was a really good book. I finished Rejection Proof, which was a really good book. And I told you I'm doing like the 100 no's. And I'm very inconsistent with it, but I'm doing it. Doing it. I guess that's how it goes. What's another book? What's some more books that I read this year? Right now, I'm reading a book on epigenetics and how the environment shapes our genes. Don't judge me, Ginger. I mean, on TV or whatever, not in real life. Um, what book? Epigenetics. So one of the if you've been following me like for the past couple of weeks or whatever, you might have noticed that I talked about being talked about in the Dave Ramsey community or whatever, because I said that Black people should listen to Dave Ramsey. And one of the points that I made in the video was that, oh yes, not Matt Rice, fuck Matt Rice. One of the points I made in the video was about epigenetics and like what it is. It's like generation. It's trauma that is passed down to you through your DNA. So like your mother could have experienced something before she was even pregnant with you, and that altered your DNA so much that you are now born literally with that trauma incorporated into yours. Um, Very interesting topic, very new-ish topic. And so I got a couple books on that I've been reading that lately. So I have 2 books on epigenetics that I'm reading right now. I just finished Silent Vows by the Byrne Brothers series, Silent Vows. Um, I'm trying to look at the name of the author so I can tell y'all that the Kindle Unlimited sticker in the way. Hold on, I'm about to tell you her name. It's by Jill Ramsauer. That was pretty good. It's about a girl. Her father killed her mother. And then she stopped talking just because she was scared she was gonna tell somebody that her father did it. And then like he gives her away, like they're part of the Italian mafia. So he like gave her away to somebody in the Irish mafia. And God picked her because he thought she was a she's not really in me like all that shit come out. But like, yeah, it was a good book. It was a good palate cleanser. Like I said, I'm just biding time till a couple of the series that I'm working on come out with a new book. I'm tired of waiting on these fucking books. Mm, I think it's really it. I mean, you know, as long as you're being talked about, you're doing something right. No, because period. Period. I've been talking to you for 2.5 hours. I've been talking to y'all for 2.5 hours. Y'all lit. It's been getting off because this. I need to go. Shout out to y'all for sticking around. But really, I got on here to tell y'all make sure y'all sign up for the webinar tomorrow. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific. The credit builder webinar is completely free. It will not be live streamed. So, like on like YouTube or Instagram or anything like that. The only way to catch the webinar is to register for the webinar. And the only and like if you can't attend live, the only way to get a replay of the webinar is to register for the webinar. So please, 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 like y'all got till 5 o'clock on the East Coast tomorrow. Please, please, please register for the webinar. You can use the link in my bio and go to themoneyplug.co. Oh, if you have, it's the quickest way. If you want me to be real with you, the quickest way to get to the link is to go to my profile on TikTok. Click the Instagram button. The very last post I made on Instagram. Go to that post and type credit. It will not only do like doing that is cool, right? It will add you to the list for the webinar for tomorrow, but it will also add you to my email list for future webinars. Markia always the who. I absolutely adore y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. So please, 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 please register for my credit building webinar. It's gonna be lit. We going over so much. I'm even trying to like put together a workbook for y'all or like something that y'all can take with y'all and like go off and do great shit. But yeah, there's so much coming for 2024. Thank you all so much for all of the support. Like I'm still kind of mind blown. 10K on Instagram talking about money, that's crazy. I'm not even that funny for real. But I'm super appreciative. I'm so grateful for everyone, all of those things, because I would not be able to do the work that I do without you guys. This year was a huge year for the Money Plug. We got some awards from, you know what I'm saying? We got the Female Influencer Award for 2023, right? We got Best Credit Repair on TikTok, right? Well, FinTok. And we got Best New Personal Finance Content Video. All of this was just 2023. Like, it's really up for me. Like, sorry for the rest of them niggas. It's really up for me. It's only up from here. And I truly 1,000% have all of you to thank. So no matter if you watch this live or if you're watching the replay on YouTube or on Facebook, just thank you guys so much for liking and sharing and commenting and engaging and asking questions and wanting to know more and allowing me to come on here and talk to y'all for 2 hours because Lord knows the only adult interaction I usually get is with my kids. So heart you guys. But y'all know how I always end these lives. Live every day like it's your last, but pay your bills and wear condoms just in case it's not. Love yourself, girl, or nobody will, and all that shit. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Come prepared. Like, come prepared. Don't play with me, bro. Come with pen, paper, come with your questions. If you are not going to be able to attend live, but you have questions, please email them to me. I will make sure that I read them during the replay so that when you go back to watch it, your question is answered. I'm also going to send out an email in the morning. So if you're not on my email list, join my email list by clicking the link in any of my bios or going to themoneyplug.co and a pop-up is going to come up asking you if you want to sign up. I will be sending an email out tomorrow reminding people who have not already done so to register for the event. And also like adding some more information on there for you guys. So thank you guys so much for kicking it with me for the last 2.5 hours. I absolutely love y'all. Bro, Dawson, send me some books. DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram. I want to share my TikTok deal. But yeah. Bye everybody. Good night. Love y'all. Be safe.